Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school softball. Tonight, in Division I sectional playoffs, the New Philadelphia Quakers host the Stow Bulldogs, presented by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Hartzler's Quality Housing, Wood Electric, PAC Drilling, Kime, McInturf Realty, Moore and Needenthal Certified Public Accountants, and Claxon Communications. Now let's head out to the ballpark with Chris Cale and Nick McWilliams.
Welcome to Tuscarora Park for tonight's Division I, Region I, Massillon District Sectional Championship game between the number 3 seed, the 18-4 New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, and the number 21 seed, the 10-7 Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs. This is the Wood Electric pregame show. I am Chris Cale, being joined in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios by my man Nick McWilliams. The audio is available at WTUZ.com. The video live stream is available on our YouTube channel with links on our social media pages. Of course, the Claxon Communications production team tonight is Lydia Brady and Greg Perkins. Thank you to them for being here and doing all their hard work. Nick McWilliams, Julia Miller coming off back-to-back perfect games against Madison Comprehensive on Thursday and Monday. They are going to rely on that arm and her bat in the tournament again this year, aren't they?
Yeah, they absolutely are, and that's kind of one of the interesting things, because actually I was talking to Adam Soweski earlier on today about this game, and, you know, 2 back-to-back perfect games, something that you do not hear about very often at all. And that's all fine and well, and we know what Julia Miller can do, and we know why she's been so dominant. But it's also interesting to see what the New Philadelphia Quakers will do if, let's say, Miller has a run put on the board against her early on. See how the Quakers' offense respond. You know, sometimes we've seen this year where they haven't necessarily put a ton of runs on the board, but they have been, I don't want to say bailed out, but whenever you have a dominant pitcher like Julia Miller, you enjoy that luxury where it doesn't necessarily be a problem. I want to see what New Philadelphia does if they're tested in that way, but knowing what Miller's been doing and the role she's on, I'm kind of looking forward to possibly number 3.
Yeah, no,
or 3 in a row.
3 in a row,
say,
and that's unheard of. I mean, back-to-back perfect games is unheard of, let alone 3 in a row. Do you think she can go 3 in a row?
Well, after watching what she's been able to do, I definitely don't want to put it past her. You know,
right.
I'm not going to say that she can't do that, but it's an incredibly hard thing to do, to pitch an entire game absolutely perfect. So we'll see if she is able to do it again tonight. If there's any pitcher in our area who is able to do it, it's the Ohio State commit.
Oh, I agree with you. And the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, of course, they started off 0-4 on the year. They've ran 18 straight. What do you think it's going to take for them to get through this game tonight and continue to make that deep run like they did into the regional finals a year ago?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, when we were talking on before we went on air, I think we absolutely had it pinned down. You know, you want to see Julia Miller dominant as always. That makes your job a lot easier on offense. But I want to see how New Philadelphia does with the run production. I want to see what they do at the plate. You mentioned those 4 straight losses to open the year, then rattle off 18 straight. What we've seen throughout that 18-game win streak is a team that can figure it out. You know, what they absolutely have to do in the moment, whether that's small ball, whether that's just swinging freely, whatever it may be. That's what New Philadelphia has been able to do the entire season. It's a similar situation here tonight. You are the favorite. You are the higher seed. You know that on paper you should be the better team and the one who walks away victorious. Just handle your job, do what you came here to do, and you'll be just fine moving forward.
I agree with you 100%. And, of course, somebody may or may not have messed up Coach Kyla Gepford's interview. So, Coach, I screwed up when I came over and interviewed
she's in the
you.
dugout. She's not listening.
But she's going to go back and listen to it and be like, oh, listen to how I sounded on Big Z Sports. And she's not going to be able to. Coach, I screwed up, but we're going to talk about your team, of course. Head coach Kyla Gepford and the Stow-Munroe Falls Lady Bulldogs. When you look, Michaela Huddleston, the pitcher number 10 on the mound for them, very good season, over 150 Ks on the year. She's done good work. And behind the plate, Kenzie Orzos, another one that's has done a really nice job behind the plate for them. Obviously, you know, you have to have a good catcher when you've got a girl on the mound. They got to have that good rapport. And these two in Huddleston and Oros, they seem to have that. Talking with head coach Gepford in pregame that you would have heard on the interview had I not screwed up. But she said they started off the year, they just weren't clicking as a team. They just it just wasn't clicking, but they are playing well now. Of course, they have the huge 18-0 win over Ashtabula Lakeside in the sectional semifinal back on Monday. Last Thursday, they defeated North Royalton 5-0. I think they're coming off like a 4 or 5 game win streak, are the Lady Bulldogs. So we'll have to see what they have. She said that, look, when we come out and play our best softball, that we are tough to beat. And if we can do that tonight, I like our chances.
Yeah, and you're going to have to play your best whenever you're going up against the much higher seed, the much, on paper, better team when you look at records and things along those lines. I think it's a similar instance as what we talked about with New Philadelphia, what the key is going to be for them. Just handle your game, do what you can, and you should be just fine. I think for Stowe, one of the keys there is if you do get frustrated at the plate against Julia Miller, something that can absolutely happen, don't let that roll over into the field. Don't let that frustration make you have unforced errors, or I guess forced errors, however you want to call it.
Right.
So don't let that affect your game in that aspect as well. Just do what you can, manage what you can at the plate, do whatever you can to get base runners on, and who knows, maybe a lucky bounce goes your way.
Exactly. It's going to take a really, really good effort for the number 21 seed tonight to knock off the number 3 seed New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, but we'll find out when we return to the Harchers Quality Housing mobile studio. Of course, tonight's coverage all brought to you by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. I'll be joined in the dugout with head coach John Dubke right after this timeout on Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. I'm Chris Kale, and I'm joined in the dugout by New Philadelphia head coach John Dubke. Coach, Julia coming off back-to-back perfect games and over 300 strikeouts on the season, and how she just keeps picking up speed as the season progresses. Talk about her.
That's special. It's special to get one perfect game or one no-hitter, and to have 4 perfect games already this year and 7 no-hitters, back-to-back perfect games. She's just getting more and more dominant as the season goes on, so I think over the last 2 weeks, it's just progressively getting better and better, and she's just overpowering people now.
A coach's dream, so to speak, right?
Oh, absolutely. Makes my life a lot easier, my job a lot easier. When you got her on the mound, you just got to find a few runs, and you feel pretty confident the outcome's going to come. So.
Coach, at the plate, Julia, Ellie Mason, Madison Wright, Sarah Saweski, and others have been consistent all season long. Talk about the need for them, being the younger kids, to step up, and they have the deep playoff experience from last year. That's going to be key this year moving forward.
Yeah, I wasn't here last year, but I did follow them just like everybody else here in Tuscarawas County did. I think some of these younger kids that did get that year of experience last year, they seem calm tonight. They're ready to go. They're ready to make this run. And we talk about it all the time. We hit the ball well. We just haven't been producing the runs that should come from all the hits we get. So we're hoping we can put it together where everybody hits and we start scoring a lot of runs. But if we have to, our running game's gotten better in the last couple of weeks. We're starting to play some small ball. We're getting the ball down. We're moving runners. So we feel pretty good about that too. So.
Coach, the Lady Bulldogs come off a win over Ashtabula Lakeside in dominant fashion to get their tournament started back on Monday. What do you expect from them tonight, and what do you know about them?
I don't know a lot about them. Of course, try and find some research, talk to coaches, things like that. They did have a dominating win the other night. Their pitcher, I think she has about 130 strikeouts on the year, so it's not like, she can put the ball, she can strike people out. They got a batter batting over 500, 4 batters over 300, so they got some offense. I think they're going to be a stiff challenge for us, so we want to get after them, try to score early. That really makes things a lot easier for us when we score early in the game, so I think there'll be a challenge.
So your keys to the game would be score early and play tight defense behind Jules, right?
Absolutely. We know we're going to have to play, teams are going to try to bunt on her. So we want to make sure our bunt defense stays up. It's been playing well, so we want to keep that up, and we want to try to score early and often. Try to get a run here and there early, makes things a lot easier for her. So.
Coach. Thanks. Good luck tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That is New Philadelphia Lady Quakers head coach John Dubke. When we return to Tuscarora Park, it's time for the PAC drilling starting lineups and first pitch between the Lady Quakers and the Lady Bulldogs right here on Big Z Sports.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you in the Wood Electric pregame show. Nick McWilliams, I'm going to let you do the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers because I've got the hard part in the Stow-Munroe Falls Lady Bulldogs. They will be coming to the plate first. This is your PAC starting lineups. Nick, go ahead and with the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers.
For the home New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, starting off in the leadoff position, number 8, she'll also be playing shortstop, is Madison Wright. Then in number 2, it's the right fielder, number 18, Sarah Saweski. At catcher behind the plate, it's freshman Reese Loveday. She'll be wearing number 9, batting third. Then in the cleanup spot, the pitcher, number 13, Julia Miller. In the 5th spot, number 21, third baseman Ellie Mason. 22 in the 6th position, the designated player today, Sydney Vandal. Then at first base, it's number 11, Olivia Jackson. In center field, Ella Yoder. She'll be wearing 24. And at second base, Peyton Murphy. She's wearing 00. And the flex today playing center field, Zoe DeVore. She'll be wearing number 2.
All right, and the PAC drilling starting lineups for the Stow-Munroe Falls Lady Bulldogs. Starting in the leadoff spot, number 9, Aubrey Mansfield. She'll play third base. The center fielder wears number 2. She is Marissa Romano. Number 15, Natalie Kopsak. She plays second base. Batting in the cleanup spot, number 12, Emma O'Shell. She is the first baseman. Playing flex in right field is Casey Marouche. Number 8, of course, the Lady Bulldogs, head coached by Kyla Gepfert. The New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, head coached by John Dubke. And again, that was your PAC drilling starting lineups. And we're just getting ready to go. Going to be honoring America here in 1 second, so we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, first pitch between the Lady Quakers and the Lady Bulldogs right after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park for tonight's Division I, Region I, Massillon District Sectional title game between the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers and the Stow-Munroe Falls Lady Bulldogs. 18-4 against 10-7. The Lady Quakers take the field. Of course, I will call the first couple innings, then turn it over to my partner Nick McWilliams to bring you home. I am Chris Cale. Julia Miller heading out to the circle, coming off of back-to-back perfection. Incredible stat.
No, and I don't know if there's if anyone listening right now could maybe not comprehend how impressive that is. If you think about every single batter you face throughout the course of a game, you don't walk them, you don't hit them, and you don't allow a hit. I mean, how often do you – well, we think about how often you hear of one perfect game.
Right.
But two?
Right. And not to mention over 300 strikeouts now, somewhere in the ballpark of 320 after the other night. Just incredible. I mean, the reason why Ohio State came calling and looking at this young lady – this is the reason. 4 perfect games on the season, over 300 strikeouts. I'm sure the Lady Buckeyes are licking their chops to get this kid down there next fall.
Well, I'm sure they are. And I think one of the most impressive things about Julie, I mean, we've mentioned it whenever we have had broadcasts for New Philadelphia, is just watching her ability not only to change location and have movement on her pitches, but, Chris, I'm telling you, her velocity from here, I can't even comprehend how you can get your bat speed quick enough to get around and make contact with this. Yep. I mean, she is a special player and a big integral part to why New Philadelphia is looking at potentially a 19-game win streak if they walk away with this sectional championship.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get ready to go here for pitch number 1, stepping in will be number 9, Aubrey Mansfield, the third baseman. She will lead off for the Lady Bulldogs and face Julia Miller. Miller led this team to a regional final game a year ago, and we're underway. Ball number 1 on the outside part. Oh, now he did call strike. Little delayed call.
Chris, you have to be ready for that. A little delayed.
Little delayed.
We'll just let you call it.
Right, I agree. Miller's 0-1 is high, runs the count even at 1-1. Again, this team, making that deep run. They ended up losing to Perry in the regional title game last year in just impressive fashion. These New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, as strike number 2's rung up. So 1-2 the count. Again, no score. First batter at the plate is Aubrey Mansfield, the third baseman.
Something to look into there, Chris. She went high and then low on those back-to-back pitches. We'll see if she goes a rise ball.
Yeah, she's absolutely, and there it was, but they didn't call it. We run the count even again at 2-2. Top of 1, sectional tournament underway. Julia Miller, the only senior starter on this team, and she runs that one high, full count.
Big credit to Mansfield there, being able to hold off on those pitches just out of the zone. It's a very good piece of hitting.
I agree 100%. So Miller in the circle. Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Julia Miller. She ran the count full and gave a little bit of that high cheese, and that was the end of that deal.
That was 3 straight pitches that she went to that, Chris, and I'm actually almost surprised at how that ended up working out for her. We don't see her run into a whole bunch of full counts, but probably what worked there, you did see she brought it down just a little bit in the zone and got that batter's eyes real wide.
Well, she loves that rise ball, man. There's no doubt about it. And stepping in now, showing bunt is number 2, Marissa Morano, the center fielder for the Lady Bulldogs.
Didn't get her bat back in time.
Yep, just didn't get it back quite enough. So 0-1, the count to Romano. Julia Miller on the rubber. She'll get her sign. Catcher Reese Loveday doing a nice job with Julia this year. And the 0-1 is now 0-2.
Just like
I got a feeling that we're going to see a lot of this. Those of you outside the area, maybe up in the Stow-Munroe Falls area that are watching this game tonight, you're going to see a pretty good pitcher on the mound in black. And there's strike 3 looking. So strikeout number 2 for Julia Miller.
Second time for the punch-out pitch. She's went up at the letter. Such a tough pitch to lay off there, and also a tough pitch to catch up on if you do offer it.
And myself and Adam did the game against Dover early on in the year. Over at Dover, Julia struggled a little bit with the high cheddar at times early in the season. Now that rise ball is money, just like it was there for strike number 1 on Natalie Kopsak, the second baseman, number 15.
Also locating really well on that low inside part of the plate. That's almost impossible pitch to hit.
Yeah, she likes to move her stuff around a little bit. If she hits different locations, she is almost unhittable. And that's the way she was in this tournament a year ago. So the 0-2 pitch now to Kopsak. And it's high, ball 1. So 1-2 the count on Natalie Kopsak, the junior second baseman for the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs. The 1-2. Strike 3. Striking out the side, Julia Miller. And we've reached the end of the first board. We'll be back right after this time out on Z Country.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park up on the hill on this 82-degree day. Definitely the hottest softball game that I've done this year is Nick McWilliams does the Macarena.
I was going to say, it started turning into a dance. The dance party up here.
I have no idea what that transition was earlier, but nonetheless.
Understand that, but sometimes not enough credit given to these catchers. They have just as an important of a role kind of managing the game and making sure everything goes well. So major props to both catchers in this one. Obviously, major props to all the players, but always have to give a shout-out to every catcher I can possibly fit in there.
Well, and there's a reason why, right? I get it. But listen, I understand that pitching is kind of your quarterback position, right? Mm-hmm. But the down and dirty position is that catcher position. Is probably the most important on the field in my opinion.
Depending on your analogy, think of your pitcher as your quarterback, think of your catcher as your center.
Yeah, I mean, but even more so, maybe the center, maybe the whole offensive line rolled into one, because if stuff goes by her, it's trouble. She's got to be in command of that pitcher. So stepping to the plate, Madison Wright, the shortstop, sophomore, and first pitch from Huddleston is grounded to the shortstop. The throw over is in time, and a nice put out by the shortstop over there for the Lady Bulldogs, and that is Thamachak. So Thamachak fires over to first base, and O'Shell to record out number 1.
Right attacking on that first pitch there. Did not work the count at all, just went with something that she liked early. That was right down the middle, so we'll see if that's what New Philadelphia wants to keep doing here, just attack the pitcher early.
Sarah Sawaski steps into the plate. Into the box, to the plate, I guess I should say. First pitch from Huddleston is a strike right down Broadway. He's a little late on his calls. It's kind of annoying sitting over here, but
well, Chris, we could have called that one from here, to be fair.
I mean, I get it. Sawaski, the lefty, down 0-1 in the count. Looking to slap it, and she'll take ball 1 in the dirt. 1-1. Sarah Saweski having a good sophomore season, was with this team, got called up about mid to early year last year, and got to ride this team all the way down. A lot of these sophomores got invaluable experience a year ago, going all the way to the regional title game.
Something interesting there for Huddleston. After Saweski went around there, her last 2 pitches have been low and in the dirt, so maybe just trying to get her to beat it into the ground.
Absolutely. The 2-1 high, and Saweski does get a hold of it right to the second baseman, and they retire Sarah Saweski. Kopsak Throws over to O'Shell, and they record the out. So 2 down for the Lady Quakers here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. Again, tonight's coverage brought to you by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. We can't thank all of our sponsors enough for being with us all season. PAC Drilling, of course, for our starting lineups. Wood Electric for the pregame show. Everybody just does such a great job, and we can't do it without them. So stepping in to the batter's box is number 9, Reese Loveday, the catcher. We talked about her earlier, only a freshman. Both freshman catchers really commanding these older pitchers and just doing a great job. It takes a special kid to step in as a freshman and do that.
Yeah, and you want to talk about getting as good of learning experience as you possibly can whenever you're going up or whenever you're paired with a pitcher like this. I mean, it can only benefit a program from here on out.
Oh, absolutely. Huddleston is even in the count, 1-1. She'll fire the 1-1 high, offered at, but they're going to appeal the call and says no swing by Loveday. Thought it was close, but I think that was a good call by the umpire, and he appealed it. So 2-1 from Huddleston to Loveday. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. You heard the oomph. We're not playing tennis, kid.
A little extra pizzazz on that one.
Yes, she fired that one. Nice looking pitch on the outside corner to even the count at 2s. Loveday's ready. Here's Huddleston with the off-speed pitch, and it's fouled back behind us. And over on the Wabash.
Sure, that extra grunt there maybe had something to do with shaking so much off that next pitch. They're just hoping Loveday was going to be out in front, but credit to her for keeping that weight back.
I was picking at her in pregame. She, as I was walking by, as she's going to get strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Huddleston gets strike 1, or her first strikeout, I should say, and we've reached the end of the first inning. No score between the Lady Quakers and the Lady Bulldogs. I'll finish my story when we come back right after this on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. No score here in this sectional title game between the Lady Quakers and Lady Bulldogs. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you as we move to the top of the second inning, and I'm going to finish my Huddleston story, right? Oros was the catcher. She was throwing back to Huddleston, and when I was walking by to go interview head coach Kayla Geffert, I told her, I said, look, you better not let that ball hit me as I walk by, and she's like, I got you. So I was messing with her. Stepping up now into the batter's box is Emma O'Shell, the first baseman. Julia Miller will fire the first pitch. It's going to be a ball on the outside part of the plate. So 3 strikeouts so far for Julia Miller. After the first batter ran full, Miller fires the pitch high and outside again. So 2-0. A little behind starting off inning number 2 is Jules.
Well, for Oshel, a much taller batter than Miller has seen so far in this one. She's going to have to make sure she's a little bit careful on her release point to not let it run too high, just like she did right there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just on the outside part of the plate. It gave her the benefit of the call on that one, 2-1. Big cut by the cleanup batter. Just unable to connect as the count's even at 2s. Is it Oshel or O'Shell?
O'Shell.
I think it's O'Shell. I don't know. I'm just asking. As she strikes out, 4 strikeouts now for Julia Miller. I think it's O'Shell.
Yes, I think that's what you told me.
I think.
Fine time for us to figure that out.
If we messed it up, I apologize. Julia Miller working on 4 strikeouts. Number 10, Michaela Huddleston, the pitcher, will come to the plate. Again, Huddleston, a junior, will face her counterpart in the circle. One down. First pitch to Huddleston is right down Broadway for strike number 1. And Julia, she has a lot of zip on that fastball when she throws it. The rise ball's moving well. It could be a very long day for these batters if she's going to continue to throw like this.
Well, sometimes it's a little startling whenever she does go off speed because I got to be honest, half the time I can't even tell she went off speed because she still throws so hard.
Right. I agree. The 0-2 pitch to Huddleston as she gets a little bit of bat on it and sends it down the first baseline foul.
Chris, if I do the quick math here, 6, 8, 10, maybe we're at 15 pitches or maybe 16 pitches so far Miller has thrown. That's the first time that any batter has gotten the bat on the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, they had one foul back, didn't they?
That was New Philly.
Oh, that was New Philly bat. That's right. All right. High.
You gotta trust your color man.
I know. Come on. Well, your color and play-by-play and a little bit of everything. So,
yes.
Mathematician, statistician, the 1-2 pitch to Huddleston is high. Back to the screen.
A nice breeze coming through now.
I'll tell you what, it is a gorgeous day. This week has been what spring is supposed to be. It just took till the second week of May for it to get here.
Call it Ohio's midlife crisis when it hits spring.
I'm telling you. Miller's 2-2 pitch is skied to the second baseman and put out in the field. So that was Peyton Murphy who retires Huddleston. And now stepping to the bait will be the freshman catcher, Kenzie Oros. Getting the signs from Coach Gepfert down the third base line, and she'll step into the box against Julia Miller. First non-strikeout was Huddleston. And she offers the bunt and takes strike number 1. A little bit low, but I think they called the offer.
Well, another classic example about Miller's velocity there, Chris, is there's so little time to react when you're trying to get that bunt and put the bat on the ball. Just missed.
Yeah, just missed. So the 0-1 from Miller to Oros. Strike number 2 swinging. Big cut there by Oros, the freshman.
Always interesting to see that whenever you've got a power pitcher like Julia Miller. You could really just poke the bat out there and put the ball into play, but still hard swings nonetheless.
And Miller will rock and fire. And right down Broadway, strike 3. So 5th strikeout for Julia Miller. The side is retired. We move to the bottom of the second inning. No score here on the hill at Tuscarora Park. We'll be back on Big Z Sports with Claxon Communications right after this.
Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota is looking for good used cars. If you have a car you're not driving, or if you're looking to upgrade or do something newer, come see a Ferris wheel for a Ferris deal. Hi, this is Dan Hosteller at Ferris Chevrolet, and we're offering top dollar for good used cars. Even if you're not trading, we'll buy that used car and save you the hassle and wheeling and dealing. Unload that used car and put cash in your pocket for vacation, home repairs, or the kids' college fund. Call us at 330-343-7761 or stop by on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Giving my buddy Wes Halter a little business as he walks by.
I was going to say making friends, but
yeah,
I guess
I've known Wes a long time. He's a New Philly fireman, and first base coach here for the Lady Quakers, and Wes is a good dude. He likes to give me a lot of problems for that team over across the river, but the problem is I call this team the team across the river.
See, I have no horse in this race, so you know.
So we move to the bottom of the second inning, and look who's coming to the plate. She had a home run, a deep home run on Thursday against Madison Comprehensive to go along with her over 300 strikeout performance on the year. That's when she eclipsed the 300 in the perfect game in the first game against Madison Comprehensive last week. So Julia Miller will step in.
With a nice block O on the back of the helmet. First time I've noticed that, Chris.
Yeah. As needed, I would say. As needed. So Julia will step in. Not sure how many home runs she's hit on the year. We didn't get a lot of the stats from Coach Dubke before we started, but I believe she's approaching double digits.
I was going to say it's definitely a handful. I don't know how many exactly.
She just got power when it comes to the plate, when it comes to in the circle. I mean, the kid can do a little bit of everything. It'll be interesting to see at the next level if they let her hit or if she's just going to pitch, as she's going to take that one low for ball number 2. For the Lady Bulldogs is Marissa Romano. I don't know why I keep running those together. Marissa Romano. I want to say Alyssa Milano is what I want to say.
Think Ray Romano. Maybe that'll help.
Right, but you know who Alyssa Milano is, right?
Yeah, I do. But, for Julia Miller, they're just kind of getting under that pitch there. Just put her bat out there. Just hope it was going to end up somewhere. But good play out in center.
Absolutely. Ellie Mason steps in now, the third baseman. Freshman. Having a good season is number 21. One of those girls who didn't get a chance to, travel with this team last year, as the umpire talking to Huddleston a little bit.
She's wanting a new ball.
Gotcha.
That one's scuffed on the dirt or off the backstop.
Okay.
My assumption. I wasn't out there.
I don't know. I mean, I normally when that happens, they just throw it back into her. Usually it's talking about maybe a crow hop or something, but I don't think they call that anymore, do they? I don't think they call it crow hop anymore.
I think they can. I just have not seen it in a long time.
Yeah. So Huddleston, the 1-0 to Ellie Mason, is in the dirt.
Almost seems like Huddleston, those last 2 pitches, having a hard time getting grip on the ball, which is kind of interesting. After the first inning, she seemed to have no problem.
Yeah, she just scraped it again for a little more dirt. Not going to find a whole lot of dirt on this field, unfortunately, but she's trying to find it. She's trying to find it, trying to scuff it on the bricks, I guess.
If you keep digging long enough, you might find it.
Yeah, you got to go down about 4 feet, right? The 3-0 from Huddleston to Ellie Mason. Right down Broadway with the emphatic oomph. Gives her strike number 1. So now the count 3-1. Again, bottom of the second inning, no score, 1 out. Lady Quakers at the plate with Ellie Mason. Mason will sky it to left field. That's deep, still going at the wall. I couldn't tell if it went over or not, and she'll get in with a stand-up double. I'm going, and when I saw it hit, nobody moved.
For Lily Chambers out there in left field for Stowe, I'm going to imagine one of 2 things happened. Either lost it up in the bright sky or that wind out there might have just made it die because she was on her way back to the wall, maybe got confused where the wall was, and actually technically overran that ball by about 3 feet.
Yeah, I agree with you. The sun can be tricky up here on the hill. Stepping in, Sid Vandal, the DP. Did not start out in the starting lineup this season, but has worked her way in with some good timely hitting. So number 22, Sid Vandal, the freshman, the designated player, as she hits it right back to Huddleston. Huddleston will gather and fire to make the out at first base and move Mason over to third. Nice hard hit by Sid Vandal. Nonetheless, just a ground out. But she did her job and advanced the runner with 2 down.
Well, for Huddleston there, just all reactionary, just getting that glove down. Couldn't field it cleanly, but did keep it in front of her. One of the keys there, because if that ball gets to the outfield, it's an easy run.
Olivia Jackson steps in now. The lefty will take ball number 1 high as Oros chases Mason back to third.
Interesting thing for Huddleston, she actually turned around and looked the runner back and nearly had Mason dead to rights in between the base pass, but she still went on to first.
So Jackson, the first baseman, will take a strike on the outside part of the plate to even the count at 1-1. Jackson, another one of those freshmen. I mean, when you look down through this lineup, Nick, it's sophomore, freshman, senior, freshman, junior, sophomore. I mean, just a lot of young kids as Jackson will bloop it, and they'll make the play to record the out. So the Lady Quakers strand Ellie Mason at third base, and we have reached the end of the second inning. We move to the top of the third. No score here on the hill at Tuscarora Park. We'll be back courtesy of the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency right after this timeout.
Ride the scenic roads to Adventure Harley in Dover and you'll find horsepower of a different kind in Amish country. We have the newest and largest selection of Harley apparel, riding gear, parts, accessories, and a showroom of new and used Harleys ready for you to ride. While you're in, introduce yourself to Jason and the team of the best in-class techs. They're honest guys who know you want the wind in your face to go and not an air-conditioned cage. Adventure Harley in Dover near Sugar Creek. Experience the difference.
Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams back here with you at Tuscarora Park on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon for Division I sectional title game in the Massillon District of Region 1. The Lady Quakers and Lady Bulldogs tied at 0 right now after 2 innings. So top of the third. And coming to the plate will be the DP for the Lady Bulldogs, Carly Winkler, number 19. So Winkler, the DP, will face Julia Miller. Miller working on 5 strikeouts. Again, no score. And Miller will fire strike number 1. And Nick, it's kind of what we thought, to be honest with you. The first 2 innings is what we thought it was going to be in a pitcher's duel, based off of what we've seen and heard about Huddleston on the other side.
Ooh.
And she did. Yep, she did tip it off her bat, and I think it did get a little bit of the right shoulder.
That is exactly what we did assume, because what's the quote? How's it go? They are who we thought they were.
Yeah. right. Jim Moore. Or no, that was Denny Green.
Denny
wasn't
Green.
it?
That's it.
That was Denny Green, the late great Denny Green, coach of the Minnesota Vikings, I think at the time. As Jules throws strike number 3 on the outside portion of the plate for number 6 now for Julia Miller.
Credit where credit is due for Stowe. That is their first strikeout going down looking there. They have been able to get the bat out there, just haven't been able to make a lot of contact, but I'm sure that's something that head coach Gepford is not going to be overly pleased with watching a called third strike.
Number 17, Lily Chambers. Actually, that's number 7. Sorry, Lily Chambers steps in. I can't read my own writing. My number sign didn't cross all the way, so it looked like a 17. It's not. It's number 7, and she is the left fielder for the Lady Bulldogs, and only a sophomore. I know you have to deal with this. Just get ready. It's going to be a wonderful show come fall time. You know, if you've never watched Big Z Sports Friday Night Football show, we like to have a lot of fun with each other, and
we always behave ourselves. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. We always said we would need pay-per-view to have a still camera in there on Friday nights. As Julia Miller will fire in strike number 3. Swinging, that's number 7 for Julia Miller. 2 outs in the top of the third inning, and she is cruising right now, Nick. She looks impressive.
Well, 7 strikeouts, 8 batters. I mean, you don't have to be a mathematician or somebody who's an expert at softball to understand just how dominant it's been so far for her. First few batters through the order for Stowe, we're doing a pretty good job of working the count a little bit more. It's been a little bit different story here, but to be fair, Miller is also just pounding the strike zone.
And I have no idea what Ellie Mason did there, but she threw it right up over the head of Julia Miller and out into center field. So Ellie Yoder retrieved it for her.
That's the one where your coach yells and say, well, good, no one was on base. Now don't do that again.
Right. Number 3, Aaliyah Thamachak, the shortstop. At the plate now for the Lady Bulldogs in 2-0 the count. Freshman shortstop. The 2-0 from Miller to the freshman. Strike on the outside portion of the plate. How daunting is that for a freshman to step in against this kid and know, hey, next year she's going to be pitching at the next level?
Well, you know, that phrase has popped up to Miller, couldn't quite make the play and puts it in the dirt on the throw. And Thamachuk might be thinking, too, no, she'll hold up at first. But first base runner of the game for Stowe. But, Chris, back to your point about the intimidation factor, you know, that comes back to that old phrase, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And, you know, right there she might be smiling on first as she got one past Miller, who couldn't field it cleanly and then delivered it late over to first.
So, I mean, I would almost give her a hit on that because of that was a tough play for Julia to make.
We'll call it a hit.
Yeah, I would give it a hit as well. I'm sure Julia she'd probably rather have the error, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying she'd
rather have the strikeout.
Well, yes. As back to the top of the order in Aubrey Mansfield, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So we'll go with the infield single.
To be fair, Chris, to your point there, I think Miller's throw was well after she was safe.
Yeah, I think she was going to be in there, yeah. And Julia just couldn't quite get off of the rubber to get to that one, just off the tip of the glove. And by the time she picked it up and fired it, Thamachak was already there. So good job for the freshman. We talked about her daunting coming in and facing a girl that's going to be pitching in Division I college. But she said, hey, I don't care about that. I just care about getting on base, and she did it. So moving back again to the top of the order, Mansfield. The 1-2 pitch to her is high. So to run the count even for Julia Miller trying to get out of this inning.
The previous pitch before that, Loveday did have a throw down to first to Thamachek, so we're going to see if Stowe maybe possibly want to try to put her in motion or something. I doubt it, though, with 2 outs.
I doubt it with 2 down. Yeah, I agree. But you know what? You get a base runner against this kid, it's probably you need to take advantage of it as she gets strike number 3. And that's number 8 for Julia Miller. So we are headed to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Lady Quakers coming up on Big Z Sports and Claxa Communications, all brought to you by TMK Valley Propane right after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Lady Quakers getting ready to come back up to the plate. Ellie Yoder, the center fielder, will step in against Huddleston. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you. And no score, still on top of the hill in this sectional title game, Nick.
Yeah, and right now I'm wishing I would have taken a page out of your book and went with the shorts route. It's getting a little warm for me up here on top of the hill.
Yeah, it is definitely warm. But I'm better to have this than be like cold and breezy on the hill in Sugar Creek and be freezing.
To be fair, the last time I was here to do a game, that was the situation. It was pretty chilly.
Yes. 0-1 to Yoder, rather. The center fielder, Junior. And she'll swing lazily at that one. And for strike number 2 from Huddleston. Huddleston fooled her a little bit on that one on the outside portion of the plate.
Always difficult whenever you get those off-speed pitches and you commit onto that swing. You just want to do everything you can to hold back, but nearly impossible, and that's a product of it right there.
The 0-2 is popped up to the screen. Ellie Yoder, the center fielder, again a junior, taking that ride with this team a year ago and being a big contributor down the stretch late in the playoff run a year ago. She'll step in, still 0-2 to Ellie Yoder. Huddleston rocks and fires in the dirt.
Bit of an overthrow on that one. You heard the grunt from Huddleston there, but probably trying to put just a bit too much on that. Yeah. But you do have pitches to waste with that 0-2 count.
Yeah, she was trying to throw that one through her. Or through the backstop.
I was going to say, well,
that way. Through the backstop, anyway. So the 1-2 from Huddleston to Ellie Yoder is chopped to the third baseman. Nice play over there by the third baseman and records the out. Nice play by Mansfield over there. I think it was Mansfield that time, but it was Kopsak earlier with the shortstop that made a nice play.
Yeah, and they've done a good job, as we saw with pregame warm-ups with Stowe. We know this is a hard infield, and sometimes the ball...
Moore and Peyton Murphy. Another good season by 0-0 for these Lady Quakers. The 1-0 pitch from Huddleston. Off-speed pitch. I thought he was going to call that one a strike, but he didn't.
There's a lesson, though, for softball players and such. If you are going to be fooled by the off-speed, don't get your weight too far out in front of you there. As you can see, that Peyton did a good job of holding back. Just put the bat forward but didn't cross the plate.
Huddleston will bring the 2-0 pitch, rather. And Murphy will take ball 3 high. So 3-0 to Peyton Murphy at the bottom of the order, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Huddleston. And she'll get the strike call on Murphy. Murphy taking all the way, as you called that one, Nick McWilliams.
Well, that wasn't the best call I've had. It was a 3-0 count with 1 out. I mean, come on.
I mean, I get it. We'll see if head coach John Dubke gives her the green light here. The 3-1 from Huddleston to Murphy. Murphy slaps it foul and almost hits my cousin's car behind us.
Back across Wabash again.
Well, back across Wabash. Me and Gina just texted her and told her I probably wouldn't park there, but my goddaughter wants to be close to the field, and that's fine if you don't lose a window.
Just have safe light on speed dial.
The 3-2. Murphy fouls it back again, and she's trying for Tammy's SUV back there. Peyton Murphy. Yeah.
If you hear us laughing.
Probably a good call.
If you hear us laughing after a foul ball, you know why.
Right. Huddleston brings the full count. Pitch and struck her out looking. Nice off-speed change by Huddleston to get her second strikeout and out number 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. So Huddleston now with 2 down. Bringing back to the top of the order is Madison Wright. Wright is 0 for 1.
Last time at the plate, Chris grounded to the third baseman over there for Stowe, so we'll see once again if she's got the timing a little bit better. I think she was pretty ahead of that pitch, if I'm not mistaken.
The 0-1 from Huddleston is on the outside portion of the plate, a little off speed, and way behind was Madison Wright. Wright jumped on the first pitch of the ball game from Huddleston and slapped it right at the shortstop.
And sometimes you could see maybe a product there. She wasn't ready for that off speed. You know, when you don't work the count to start the game, you might not be quite ready with the timing. You might not understand fully exactly what the movement on each pitch looks like.
So the 0-2 from Huddleston trying to get out of this one with no damage. Runs it high. Madison Wright holds up for ball number 1. Really good ball game so far through the first 3 2/3, or 2 2/3, I should say.
There you go.
Huddleston fires off speed right to the third baseman. And she's going to fire over to first and make the play is Aubrey Mansfield to retire the side. That's the end of the 3rd inning. I'll turn it over to my co-partner in crime, Nick McWilliams, to bring it home when we come back right after this.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Back to New Philadelphia in a pitcher's duel in this sectional championship between the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers and the Stow-Munroe Falls Bulldogs. Nick McWilliams, Chris Cale, back at you for the top of the 4th inning. Of course, our broadcast today brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Is Chris Cale rocking out in between innings there, enjoying his rest off to the side. You know, the vocal cord's still tired.
Yes. I mean... I still have a lingering cough from that whole deal last week, but I don't have the lost voice. I was going to say, the lost voice that we had before.
Well, regardless, top of the 4th inning, Julia Miller back on the mound for the Quakers and into the box once again for Stowe. Marissa Romano offers at the first pitch well behind, so an 0-1 count here. Romano, her first time up, struck out in 3 pitches. That was the one that after that first at-bat when it was full Chris Cale, Miller really started bringing it as she offers for the second one there. That one runs high. Will now go to a 1-1 count.
Yeah, she has just been on her game. 8 strikeouts so far through 3 innings as Julia Miller. She looks impressive.
Gets the call from the dugout, and the next offer runs high again, so a 2-1 count, and kind of almost back to what we saw in that first inning, Chris, is right now Miller, those last 2 pitches, maybe just struggling with that release point just a little bit. So she'll set and offer for the 2-1 pitch. That one right on the outside part of the plate. Romano squared to bunt but pulled the bat back, but it's a strike nonetheless.
Not sure she's struggling with the release point. I think she's just trying to hit different spots and get girls to chase.
I thank you for clarifying. That was where I was trying to go with that one.
Yeah, no, I agree. It could have been either or, right?
2-2, and that time Romano was able to hold the bat back, so we will go to a full count.
And that was an out pitch right there. She just wanted to get her to chase that rise. Now we'll see if she locates it a little bit better here with a full count.
Top of the 4th inning, nothing on the scoreboard between the Quakers and Bulldogs. Miller offers, and it catches the zone right on the upper part. Strike number 3 right down the pipe. Romano is sent down for the second time today.
And that's exactly what she did on that. That was an absolute setup pitch, and she smoked it by her for strike number 3.
So now stepping up to the plate for Stowe, the second baseman, Natalie Kopzak. I hope I said that right.
Yep, Kopzak.
She offers on the first pitch from Miller and was behind that one, so it's an 0-1 count. Kopzak, her first at-bat was also a strikeout victim for Miller. Her next offer goes well high, so it's a 1-1. Kopzak had a, before Miller started winding and firing, was squaring to bunt but pulled the bat back. Miller takes a deep breath and rocks on the mound and offers the 1-1 right past Kopzak, and it's now a 1-2 count here.
That was straight gas right there, brother.
Always impressive to watch Julia Miller. Never seems to tire either as the game goes on. So the 1-2 offering here to the Stowe second baseman, and it's right past her again. Second strike out of the inning for Miller. Give her 10 for the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was just straight cheddar she was throwing right there. There was nothing. She wasn't messing around trying to throw out pitches or get somebody to chase. She wanted Kopzak down in a hurry.
So now up to the plate, first baseman for Stowe, Emma Oshel, or Oshel, as we had been saying.
And that hit her, and I think she's going to take first.
No,
hit the bottom of the bat.
Yep.
All right.
Foul off of the bottom part of the handle. That's why they always, I don't say always, but sometimes you are taught to turn your shoulder into that so you don't have to worry about those foul balls. But so it will be an 0-1 count. Next offering, and that time Oshel got a little bit of contact on that one, but still fouls it back harmlessly to the cage, 0-2.
When it went off the end of the bat, it almost sounded like it hit her elbow guard. That's why I thought that.
Well, you know why players have the elbow guards now.
Yeah, because they don't want Julia Miller throwing 70 mile an hour at their elbows.
So on the 0-2, Oshel will step out of the batter's box, then come right back in here. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Miller trying to keep 0 on the scoreboard for the Bulldogs. And that one offered at, fouled back off the cage, so we will do it again at 0-2. Oshel, I'll give credit to Chris. So 0-2 count. Miller will ready herself and deliver. That one way in the dirt, as Oshel had to hold her bat back, but that one bounced about 2 or 3 feet in front of the plate. So now a 1-2 count.
That's better.
Miller gets the call once again from Loveday and delivers right past Oshel again. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Miller, who is cruising. New Philadelphia keeps a 0 on the scoreboard for Stowe, and they come back to the plate looking to find an edge in the bottom of the 4th. Don't go anywhere.
For 30 years, they are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Picture-perfect evening for softball action in the sectional championship. Big Z Sports joining you at WTUZ.com and, of course, on our YouTube channel. All brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. A big shout-out to Claxon Communications, of course, offering their services and bringing you that live stream as well. Could not ask for better weather. Clear skies, light breeze. We'll say upper 70s now as the sun's starting to set just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit
in the sky, but
man, it's
welcome
nice,
to springtime.
Nice breeze up here, and yeah, you can go back and watch this game. If you're sitting out there or listening to the audio, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube. It's there. All you got to do is search WTUZ Big Z Sports. Check it out. Of course, Lydia Brady and Greg Perkins here today for Claxon Communications doing a great job.
So Michaela Huddleston for Stowe back on the mound and stepping up to the plate for New Philadelphia, the right fielder, Sarah Saweski. She was a ground-out victim to the second baseman last time up. Saweski, the sophomore, readies herself in the left-handed batter's box and watches that first pitch run high and outside, so it'll be a 1-0 count.
Sarah, another good sophomore season. Like I said, she got called up a little bit early in the year, a year ago, and has had a really solid season in her sophomore campaign.
Second offering of the inning for Huddleston, who will rock and fire that one right on the outside part of the plate. Take that back just a few inches off, so it'll be a 2-0 count.
Huddleston only the 2 strikeouts, but she's been in command of her game on the mound as well.
Absolutely has been falling behind 2-0 to start off the bottom of the fourth here. We'll see how she approaches this one to Saweski, and she'll give an off-speed pitch on the inside part of the zone. Saweski a little bit ahead of that one, couldn't keep her weight back, so she will offer and miss. 2-1 now the count. Credit to, as we mentioned in pregame with the Bulldogs, Kenzie Oros, the catcher as well, doing a whale of a job back there at the plate, as well as that time strike number 2 catches the outside part of the plate, and give credit to Oros there. Good framing on that outside part of the plate. Make sure that the umpire can see it there.
Yeah, good-looking catcher and only a freshman. She's going to do some damage for years to come for this Lady Bulldogs team.
Huddleston's 2-2 delivery. Saweski slaps to the third baseman, hustling down to first base, but couldn't quite get there in time. Another ground out for Saweski, and the start of the bottom of the fourth inning is a ground out for the Quakers.
And again, another good play by the third baseman, Aubrey Mansfield. I mean, the senior leader over there at the hot corner, that's why she's there. And another spectacular play over there, just making it look routine, although that was a hard shot.
Yeah, no real hurry for her, no wasted movement, so to speak. She knew how to get it over there in rhythm, and retired Saweski with plenty of time to spare. Back up at the plate, the third batter in the lineup for New Philadelphia, the catcher, Reese Loveday, watches the first pitch go high. Loveday, strikeout victim looking last time up. I'm sure that head coach John Dubke told her, let's not watch strike number 3 again.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
So Huddleston will offer the 1-0. That one on the inside part of the plate. 1-1 will be the count. Good location for Huddleston.
Can I go over in the middle of the inning and be like, hey, dude, can you call it a little bit quicker for me?
Good luck with that.
All right. You don't think he'd mind, do you?
No, not at all. The 1-1 delivery for Huddleston. Loveday pushes it to the second baseman, who can't quite hold on to it, hustling down to first, but she will not be able to get there in time. Good play at second base.
Hit her right in the glove, and it was a sharp line drive, and just took a tough hit off the glove, but she ended up corralling it and making the put out.
Interesting thing here, Chris Kao, other than Julia Miller, who's now stepping back up to the plate with her pop out. Of the balls that have been put into play so far for New Philadelphia, there have been 6, 7, 8 groundouts, all 8 of them to the third baseman or the second baseman.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. See, that's why you're the statistician and mathematician.
Well, I could explain to you why I think that's happening, but I'm going to be wrong. So Miller watches the second pitch.
It's an anomaly. Exactly. It's what it is.
So a 1-1 count now to the senior leader for the Quakers. Last time up, I did mention she did pop out to the center fielder. Probably, the second longest hit ball we've seen here today.
Yeah, I've seen her put one over that left center field light pole.
Ooh, she wanted to there, but could not pull the trigger, and watches strike number 2 on the outside part of the plate. So 1-2 count here. Huddleston looking to get out of this in short order once again. 2 outs, 1-2 is the count still. Zeros up on our scoreboard here from Tuscarora Park. Huddleston will rock and fire. Miller has to Watch that one bounce through in the dirt, and good reaction time for the umpire there, who got a little concerned.
I mean, I can't say enough good things about Huddleston. She is really doing a phenomenal job right now on the mound.
So the count is even. 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th. The Stowe pitcher will offer. Miller lines that one right past Huddleston and will get on first with a single. My goodness, Miller uncorked a laser beam right back up the middle.
1 for 1 with a single on the afternoon. Only the second hit of the ball game for the Lady Quakers, as they had that double earlier from Ellie Mason. And guess who's stepping to the plate?
It is going to be Ellie Mason. We are going to have a pinch runner on the field as well for New Philadelphia, as Miller go ahead and go and sit down. The pinch runner will be
Zoe DeVore.
Flex. Yeah, Zoe DeVore coming in now for the base runner for New Philadelphia. And I got to say, what's scary about that one, Chris Cale, is Miller hit that off the end of the bat. That was technically like a nub shot, but it did not hit infield dirt. It got all the way to the outfield. She absolutely hammered that.
Yeah, I agree with you, and we'll see what Mason can do here with 2 down. Little 2-out lightning needed for the Lady Quakers.
Third baseman in Mason will watch the first one, catches the low outside part of the zone. Mason, as Chris mentioned there, had the double early on in the second inning, which was a very, very deep shot out there to left.
I didn't know if it was gone or not.
I think the wind might have caught it just a little bit. Huddleston offers and had Mason well out in front there. Shows the importance of if you can change speeds effectively, just how deadly that can be.
Yeah. Well, we're only about 195 feet from where that ball landed, so give us a break.
Only.
My eyes aren't very good anymore. I'm not 20.
Huddleston delivers on the 0-2. Goes way high on that one, so now be 1-2 count. Fake throw down from Oros, but nothing doing. DeVore gets back to first.
I like the tactics from the freshman Zoe DeVore, making that catcher get up and think about it. That is good base running right there by the freshman.
Huddleston looking to end the bottom of the 4th inning there as she goes way high, and there's the runner. DeVore will make it into second base. Good base running there on the 1-2. Mason lucked out that it was a ball.
Yeah.
And DeVore sprinted down to second. Very close play. Good throw by Oros, but bounced just a little bit too high, and DeVore got her legs underneath.
Yeah, tip of the cap to the freshman, making the catcher work, and ends up picking up the steal on the next pitch.
So 2-2 count here. Bottom of the 4th. Huddleston offers that one just outside, I will say. So now the count is full. We will have a payoff pitch for the bottom of the 4th. Huddleston could not have missed that one by too much.
No, that was really, really tight.
Huddleston steps up to the mound, takes a deep breath. Ellie Mason, the third baseman for the Quakers, looking to do some damage here. And she'll watch the payoff pitch and didn't offer and caught the upper outer part of the plate. Strike.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Oh, the listeners to Big Z Sports don't get entertained with seeing Chris Cale dance in between innings.
I'm trying to get Lydia to do the Tootsie Roll with me over here. Come on.
Oh, goodness gracious. Nick McWilliams, Chris Cale back with you for sectional championship action with what has been a pitcher's duel, defensive battle, however you want to paint it. Long story short, top of the 5th inning, it's still 0-0, and we've got a pair of pitchers who are absolutely bringing it.
Listen, I agree with what Coach Gepfert said early on. Again, I apologize. Our best ball, we can beat anybody. And you know what? By darn, they are really putting on a good performance and holding these Lady Quakers who are dangerous.
Yeah, and sometimes the thing that is just a little bit scary for when a game like this you start playing really tight, because one mistake can be the difference maker in a game like this. Stepping back up to the plate for Stowe is the pitcher, Michaela Huddleston, as she'll watch the first pitch go low there, tucked her back leg out of the way. So start off the top of the 5th inning with a ball.
And records at this time of year are a little deceiving, right? And that's what Coach Gepfert said. Look, 10-7 is not indicative as to how good we've played down the stretch.
Huddleston been pitching a great game so far. She'll foul that one back to the cage, so now goes to 1-1. She popped out her first time up in the second inning to the second baseman.
And you don't see a lot of people catch up with Julia Miller's rise ball, and she just caught up a piece of it there.
So we'll see if this is a setup maybe for Miller to try to change a little bit of speeds here or just go low in the zone.
So she's going to go from 76 to what, 68?
Truth be told, I cannot tell much of a difference.
Normally when you see a kid throw a backhand change or an off-speed change, you can just tell it floats so much different. With Julia, it doesn't change that much.
1-1 delivery goes on the inside part of the plate and will catch it. 1-2 is the count. As we mentioned there, Chris went with the high pitch and then came low and inside again. That is such a deadly combination.
Absolutely it is. It is hard for a hitter. You got to keep them guessing.
1-2 delivery for Miller, and that time Huddleston did get contact, but she'll file it down to her coach, and Kyla Gepfert. Knew I was going to mispronounce that at some point.
That's all right.
So we'll do it again at 1-2.
Give that girl a glove over there.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Coach Gepfert probably played.
Yes, I'm going to agree with that.
So no outs here, top of the fifth, 1-2 offering from Miller. Took something
there was
way
your backhand.
off of that.
There was your backhand change, and she smiled over at her dugout. You don't see her throw a backhand change very often, but she threw it right there, and it didn't look as pretty as the rise ball.
She had enough time to look over and smile at head coach John Dubke before it got to the to her catcher in Loveday. Next offer for Miller, catches the inside part of the plate. Pure gas once again. Oof. Strike number 3. Chris Kale, you keeping a running tally of the strikeouts, make that number 12.
Yeah. Wow. Impressive.
To go from a pitch that I'm just going to guess, I'm going to say 49 miles an hour to 72, 73, 70, wherever.
Right,
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
It's now back up to the plate for Stowe, the catcher, Kenzie Oros. She'll watch strike number 1 to start off the at-bat. Oros, first time up, she struck out swinging in 3 pitches.
Yeah, the freshman catcher doing a great job commanding her pitcher.
That's one of those pitches, Chris, where your batter's
swatting
eyes
for
get real
flies
big.
out here. Swatting for flies is Kenzie.
So Oros stepping back into the plate, into the batter's box here, and will make every attempt to kind of correct off of that one. In 2.
And listen, I'm not going to make fun of that because that's absolutely what I would do at the plate. I would be swatting flies all over the place. Ain't no way I could hit that pitch.
That elevation change is just crazy to see sometimes as Miller offers and catches the inside part of the plate. Oros not very happy with that one. Thought it was too far inside. Second strikeout looking for Miller in this inning. But, what I was going to say, 13 strikeouts. But for Miller, that elevation change from, we'll say, 1.5 feet off the ground, 2 feet off the ground, to ending just above the batter's head, that's just insanity.
That's all finger and snap, man. It's incredible.
So designated player Carly Winkler lays down a bunt that goes right, crack through for a run in this sectional championship. Big Z Sports is back to Tuscarora Park after this.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
On to the bottom of the 5th inning, Nick McWilliams, Chris Kale, picture perfect.
Long sleeve shirt on, and I can see the beads of sweat on the forehead. That's not fair for her to be in the sun.
Look, people will sometimes say, when you do something like Classic Communications does, oh, you just point a camera, it's no big deal. No, it's hard work, people, and we are greatly appreciative of Lydia Brady and Greg Perkins for their work here tonight with Classic Communications. Also very grateful for the Tuscarora Insurance Agency, TMK Valley Propane, Hartzler's Quality Housing, Wood Electric, PAC Drilling, McInturf Realty, just to name a few, or maybe name all of them almost.
Yes. Well, we've got a few that jumped on board for the live stream, and we appreciate them doing that as well. If you want, it's WTUZ Radio, and we can hook you up if you're a business and want to advertise.
Shameless little plug right there as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Huddleston back on the mound. I was saying that in a good way, Chris.
No, I know, I'm with you.
Huddleston back on the mound for Stowe. No surprise. She's been pitching a very, very good game so far, and she'll start with an off-speed pitch to the designated player, Sydney Vandal. That goes outside, so ball number 1.
It's a shame that there's going to have to be a pitcher that loses this game because eventually there's going to be, and it's going to be a shame because both have pitched well.
So Huddleston with the 1-0. Couple of strikeouts to her compared to the 13 for Miller, but if I'm counting this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ground balls that she has had on the infield that she's gotten batters out on. That's something very impressive in itself. You always want a pitcher that if you got a good defense behind them, absolutely make them hit it on the ground.
Absolutely. The fly balls are bad things. Ground balls are good things to those infielders.
2-1 is the count after missing the zone. Huddleston steps back in and rocks and fires, and that time Vandal offered at one well above her head, and she looked down to her head coach in just utter disappointment there, is thinking, why in the world did I do that?
There must be gnats at the plate because that's the second batter in a row that's done that now.
Or, maybe good pitch movement. We'll just go on that. The junior in Huddleston with the 2-2 count. Sets and puts some gas on that one on the outside part of the plate. Strike number 3. Vandal sent down on.
Beautiful pitch. And
first baseman for New Philadelphia, Olivia Jackson back in. Offers at that one just a bit behind it, so it'll be an 0-1 count. Last time she was up, she ground out to the second baseman. Jackson coming into this game, Chris, we've seen her throughout the year. She definitely has some pop to her swing and absolutely put the ball into play, and New Philadelphia needs that in a big way.
She can hit the long ball for sure.
That one low and outside. Jackson gets the count back to even at 1-1. Huddleston getting the call from her dugout here. Well, take that back. Technically, Oros getting the call from the dugout, then relaying it to Huddleston.
Right.
You knew what I meant. The 1-1 delivery. Little half turn, and then rock and fire, and she got it right past Jackson again. 1-2 the count now. A lot of quick giddy up for Huddleston that you don't necessarily expect.
Yeah, she has more speed differential in her pitches than what Julia does, if that makes sense.
We'll see if that comes into play here on the 1-2 count. Offers, and that time way high on the rise ball. So 2-2, good hold back for Jackson. Stepping back up to the plate, even count at 2-2. The first baseman for New Philly. Trying to get a base runner on here in the bottom of the fifth. Base runners very hard to come by for both these teams so far today.
Just a freshman.
Huddleston offers, and that one fouled off the catcher's mask, so we'll do it again at 2-2. For Oros, that's one of those ones when you take it off the top of your mask there where you kind of have to look around like, where was I again?
You would know more about that than me because I don't have the knees to do that nor the skill to be a catcher.
That's why my knees are where they are right now.
I get it. I get it.
Huddleston will get back to the mound. Get the call, and he has that little half turn. Rocks and fires, it goes inside. Jackson, good eye that time, got out of the way of it. Count will go full.
Good job by Oros back there to try and frame that inside pitch. Just couldn't get the call.
So full count, bottom of the fifth, 1 out. Huddleston still working on a great game so far, not allowing any runs to the Quakers. Only 1 base runner. 2 base runners, I should say. And Jackson offers and misses. Strike number 3, second strikeout of the inning for Huddleston, her 5th of the ball game.
Yeah, and I believe the Lady Quakers 2 hits on the game.
Yes,
a single
two
by Julia
hits.
Miller and a double by Ellie Mason, and that is it. And then I think we did give the infield single to Thamachak, but
that's been it.
That's it.
No
3
walks,
hits on the game.
No walks issued so far in this game either. So if you're a softball purist, you might be enjoying this one.
Yeah.
Huddleston offers, and Ella Yoder got fooled on that one. It was in the dirt, and she offered at it. So strike number 1. Saw head coach John Dubke over there looking at his batter and just kind of telling her, it's all right, just we'll readjust and wait for a pitch that's actually in the zone this time. The center fielder for the Quakers. Her first time up, ground out to the third baseman. Offer on the inside, intermittently throwing that extra oomph in there.
Well, that's why I say she changes speeds just a little bit differently than what Julia does.
She'll offer, and that time Yoder got her bat on it, drives it down the right field line, but going to go just foul as Yoder put a lot of contact on that, but just a tad bit behind at that time, couldn't keep it in play.
Don't ask me if Maraush went over there to try and catch that because I couldn't see.
Oh, yes, is the
we
answer.
were blocked by the dugout. So.
Yes, she did. She made quite the attempt initially and then realized, well, this is a lost cause. We're going to forget about that. 1-2. Huddleston offers swing and a miss for Yoder. Strike number 3, third strike fence for the top of the 6th. We'll see if Julia Miller can shut down the Bulldogs once again. Big Z Sports is back after this.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
Agency back with you, bringing the top of the 6th inning. Quakers in the field, Lady Bulldogs coming to the plate. Zeros on the scoreboard. Only 3 hits in this game. 1 by the Lady Bulldogs, 2 by the Lady Quakers. Nick, been a really entertaining game. Very well fundamentally played softball game.
Well, it absolutely has, and this is also some of those moments where you as a head coach have to tell your players, like, okay, don't get too tense, don't get too overexcited, don't get too nervous, things along those lines. Just keep doing what you need to do, because we even alluded to that in pregame. We thought that this is how this game could possibly go, as a bunt down the third baseline.
Chambers well bunted, and recording the out over at third base is Ellie Mason with the nice throw.
Good heads-up play by Mason, busting in down the third baseline there once she saw that bat coming around, and really beat Chambers with time to spare.
Yeah, plenty of time to spare, and now Aaliyah Thamachak will come to the plate, the shortstop. She is 1 for 1. We gave her that infield single. It was hit right back to Julia Miller, and Miller kind of just couldn't get her glove on it, and she made the errant throw, but Thamachak was already in there. She'll take strike number 1 swinging. So 1 down, no score, top of the 6th inning.
You know, depending on how this game ends, Chris Kale, Julia Miller might not be very happy with us if we awarded a hit, and that's the only one that comes in from this game.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I said she might have wanted to fire the 0-2 pitch to Thamachak. Ooh, just missed high, right at the letters.
Sorry, I just wasn't expecting that reaction. Continue.
That was close. Miller will fire the 1-2, and she'll get her that time for strikeout number 14 for Jules on the evening.
I was thinking
he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and I believe she had a ground out as well.
2 strikeouts.
Oh, 2 strikeouts. Okay.
Correct.
So Mansfield, the leadoff batter. And she'll take strike number 1 right down Broadway with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
For anyone who might not understand that inside pitch that Miller's been able to hammer so far and can't overstate how difficult that is as Miller fires one right past her again.
Yeah, Mansfield in what could possibly be her last at-bat of her team's built for the future.
Absolutely built for the future. And by the way, with that last offering being high, Chris, going to go ahead and say this one's coming in low and inside.
Oh, did you call that one? And fooled her, struck her out with a little off-speed pitch. Julia Miller, strikeout number 15 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still no score from Tuscarora Park. We'll be back right after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Got to get a little stretchy in here a little bit. Got a little Ice Baby playing over there. I was going to try and get Wes Halter to do a little Ice Baby with me, but he didn't even look.
Judging by how you stood up, is that what you need for your back right now, is some Ice?
Yes. I pressure washed all day after the fiasco with the dog all weekend, and it's been a rough week or so. But moving to the plate now, Peyton Murphy for her second time up. She struck out back, I believe, in the third.
Correct, third inning. Actually had the count full. She was doing a great.
Huddleston with 6 strikeouts on the evening. She'll fire in strike number 1, low and outside, and gets the call at the knees. Murphy offers the bunt, doesn't get it, strike 2.
Good location there for Huddleston. Even if that was going to be a bunt, it was going to be beat right into the ground, right to her third baseman in Mansfield, so probably wasn't going to be too much of a danger unless she could have poked it right past the pitcher.
So the 0-2 from Huddleston to Peyton Murphy. And Murphy drilled it right up the middle into center field for a leadoff single. Big hit there from Peyton Murphy, who's now 1 for 1 with a single on the afternoon as we move to the top of the order for the Lady Quakers in Madison Wright.
Great job by Murphy there. Kept her hands back, was not going to be fooled out in front of that one. A very similar hit to her pitcher, Julia Miller.
Yes.
Both of them have absolutely rocketed ones right back up over the second base.
Agreed 100%. I was going to say the same thing. So Murphy at first. Wright will lay down the bunt. Beautiful bunt, and she's going to almost beat it out.
Runner almost caught in a rundown there and just got in.
Oh, boy, was Peyton Murphy almost stoved at second base as she gets the time call, and I believe she's shaken up over there at second base.
Couldn't tell if when she slid in hard if she made contact with the...
And we will give the sacrifice to Maddie Wright, so she remains 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a almost legged that one out as Huddleston actually made a great play on that. I think it was Huddleston that ran that down.
Correct. I do believe you were right on that, Chris. As I was looking up to second base here, head coach John Dubke out there with Peyton Murphy. And looks like she is going to be staying in the ball game there. Hard slide back into second base, but she's getting a good laugh with the umpire.
I mean, look, I didn't see what happened, but it's not fun to slide head first on this surface. I don't care who you are and what you're wearing. It is not fun to slide on this surface.
It hurts, and you are going to find a lot of little scratch marks. As
she's got some road rash for sure.
Looks like head coach Gepfert for Stowe might be wanting a little conference here between the base umpire and the umpire behind the plate about, and they had a conference and made sure they got the call right as they said Murphy got in under that slide. It was a very, very close play.
Very close, and that is something, Nick, that we're going to go back when we watch this on YouTube after we go home tonight. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning with only 1 out. We're going to go back and look and see how close of a play that was, because that could be a defining moment.
Sometimes on those plays it is difficult for the umpire just because if the throw does come in high like that and you see those arms outstretched first, not saying that for certain that every time they make it in there, but that's what makes that play so difficult for them to call, just fraction of an inch.
Sarah Soweski will come to the plate now, and she's trying to look at advancing that runner over to third. A little small ball right now, as Coach John Dubke calls what they try to do with her at times with the slap bunt, and I like that idea, but she's a good hitter that can put this ball in play, and sometimes I wonder what the thinking is on that, but guess what? She goes up here, lays down a bunt, and advances the runner. That's what she needs to do.
Yeah, we'll see what that conference with Coach Dubke was there as Soweski jogging back into the
0-1 to Soweski. She'll look at it and let it go into the dirt.
You gotta watch.
Murphy scatters back to second.
I was going to say, you got to watch Murphy there because when they're moving in for that, the bunt.
Doing a great job behind the plate. Can't say enough about what she's done back there as well. Huddleston fires the 1-1. Soweski gets a little piece of it, fouls it back into Blue's face mask for strike number 2.
I almost wonder if the conversation with Coach Dubke there was to have Soweski maybe make the attempt to make sure she hits it down to the third baseman in the hopes that Murphy can advance because the throw is going to automatically go over to first. I shouldn't say automatically, but most likely.
Right. Soweski will offer the slap. They're going to appeal the call. I think she went around, and she did, and that's going to be strike 3. So another strikeout's over. So 2 down now. Murphy's still at second. I didn't hear it. What was it?
Reese's Puffs.
Nice. I didn't hear it. That was good. And a hard throw back to Huddleston by Oros. The junior hurler on the mound. And her freshman counterpart behind the dish. Huddleston. A little high and outside, and another speedy throw back to the mound.
For Murphy's sake, I mean, she's not getting too far away from second base, but just trying to make that pitcher think a little bit when she's getting these snap throws.
Murphy doing a great job. And again, that's something that my kid was always taught when, growing up through softball. Make that catcher work. Get her up out. She's comfortable. It's a hot day. Make her work.
Bat, but it's also just irritating for a catcher to constantly have to think about that and worry.
100%.
You want to distract them in any way possible you can from, framing pitches because they're so worried about that base runner out there.
3-1 to Loveday. Right down Broadway, strike 2.
Umpire.
He wanted to pull the trigger. He almost turned around. That would have been the wrong thing to do.
I don't know if you caught, but I could hear him say, "Oh, that's only 2."
Yeah. Oops. So full count. The payoff pitch from Huddleston is slapped to the second baseman and recorded for the out. A nice job by Kopsak to record the out. Still no score. We move to the 7th on the top of the hill in Tuscarora Park with Big Z Sports. We'll be back right after this.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individual income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Chris Kale, Nick McWilliams here with you. Yes. You know that happens with me a lot. Joe's known it for, 7-8 years now. You've known it. Adam knows it. It is what it is. Julia Miller comes out for the top of the 7th. Still no score. And the bunt. Nice play.
Beautiful.
By the third baseman, Ellie Mason, to record the out.
Few things are as beautiful when it comes to softball, baseball, things like that. It's just a well-oiled machine on defense that knows exactly what to do there on a bunt, and absolutely no second thoughts, no wasted movement.
And Romano said, "I'm not striking out for a third time. I'm just going to bunt this one." And it was a nice bunt. So bringing to the plate now, Natalie Kopsak. She is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks on the afternoon. Miller will fire for strike number 1. So moving into that danger zone now in the 7th inning where, look, you got to get any mistake here is amplified tenfold. Miller, 0-2 now.
Something I did say earlier in the broadcast, Chris, is you don't ever want to be involved in a game where one mistake could come down and end up being the difference maker in an entire game. And, it doesn't get much better than this from a sectional championship. You demand perfection to get to this point of the year. When you think about it, when you get to tournament time, you demand perfection in order to, win titles and win championships. So, unbelievable. It's a lot of pressure to be put on a player, but we'll see who's got the extra grit in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can get a run across here in the 7th, especially the top of the order here for the Bulldogs. The 0-2 is strike 3. And Kopsak sits down for the third time in this ball game on strikes.
Kopsak on the ones that she has offered at has definitely been quite behind Julia Miller, and just that time I think just hoping that one was a ball because that's the third time that Miller has sat down with that same exact pitch.
The first baseman, O'Shell, the sophomore, steps in, a big cut for strike number 1. Hope she plays basketball as well. She's got some height on her, does O'Shell, the first baseman.
Don't actually know, but that actually would be a fair point.
Well, and you want a tall first baseman, too.
Oh, yeah.
So as she swings at strike number 2, 2 good cuts from O'Shell, just unable to quite catch up with Miller.
I was going to say, oftentimes whenever you see that pitch that gets fouled straight back, most people assume you're just way under it, but also it tends to be when you're well behind it as well.
Yes, yep. So the 0-2 pitch from Julia Miller is high.
You mentioned the height thing, though, for OHSAA, Chris. I do feel like it's almost hard for Miller to throw it over her strike zone.
Yeah. So working on 16 strikeouts is Julia Miller. And it hit OHSAA in the hand. And
actually, in that elbow guard.
Was it the guard? I thought maybe it got her in the hand. Sounded more of a thud. Walk allowed, and it is a hit batter by Julia Miller. They're taking a look at OHSAA down there. That's going to bring Huddleston to the plate.
I will say that pitch for Miller definitely did crowd her in the plate, but credit to OHSAA, she did not back down and was actually preparing for her swing there where that caught her on the elbow. Not saying that she leaned out over the plate by any means. I think it was just a pitch that just ran a little bit inside.
Right.
So it looks like we are going to get a pinch runner here. Head coach Gepford actually just going to go ahead and put somebody on base there after OHSAA took that one and still in some pain over on first.
So we'll see who the pinch runner is. It did get her in the hand. They're looking at the wrist area.
Was it the hand? I could have swore it looked like it hit the elbow.
Yeah, they're looking at the wrist hand area right around the thumb. So we'll see if they're going to sub her out.
The unfortunate part about that for her as well, for Miller, very hard thrower.
Incoming number 14, Courtney Mihalis.
New Philadelphia looking to get a little bit of ice out there.
Yeah, Mihalis will take first base for the hit batter. Still top of the 7th inning, no score, 2 outs.
And I think that head coach John Dubke might have been asking something I alluded to there, is I didn't really think it looked like OHSAA leaned out over the plate by any means.
No.
But I think he was just wondering if maybe, possibly, it was in the zone whenever that ball hit her, which, an umpire can make that distinction.
Right, absolutely. As Miller will ready back in the circle, that will bring Michaela Huddleston, who has pitched a nice game. She popped out and struck out. And she'll take strike number 1. So Julia Miller firing away.
Interesting thing there, too, Chris, is if OHSAA is unable to take the field, you have a different first baseman over there.
Yeah.
It might not sound like a big deal, but it definitely could be.
Absolutely it could be. I agree with you 100%. OHSAA's done a nice job of corralling the throws over at first base so far, and you take that away and you give a different target than what a third baseman or a shortstop's used to, that sight line may cause problems. The 1-1 from Miller to Huddleston is high. Mihalis not moving off of first very much.
Now you want to keep those base runners on when the game gets this
Just
late.
Taking a couple steps. 2-1 to Huddleston. And Huddleston yanked it down the third base line.
Hey,
Foul.
what a catch over there.
Nice rip right there by Huddleston.
And a celebration down the third base line.
They said, now give us the ball back. It's not the big leagues.
Sorry, we don't give too many souvenirs out of Tuscarora Park here.
No, them things are expensive. There you go. Reese hands it to him instead of throws it to him. Blue's got the butterfingers today, but that's okay. He's called a nice game behind the plate.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, I'm not going to pick on him. He's done a nice job behind the plate. Miller will fire the 2-2.
Oh, my.
And just on the outside. As Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside.
Well, that one wouldn't call for just a bit outside. That might have been your strike 3 on that off-speed pitch from Miller. Wow, was that close, but payoff pitch coming.
So Huddleston will step back in. The payoff pitch from Julia Miller with 2 down is fouled back to the screen. Mihalis was on the move from first.
No surprise there, of course.
The 3-2 from Miller to Huddleston. She's shaking it off. Fires.
Did it
off
again.
Speed pitch and struck her out. 2 strikeouts for Huddleston. She's 0 for 3 on the afternoon, and we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. New Philadelphia coming to the plate to try and end this one. No score. We'll be back on Big Z Sports right after this.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park as Ice Ice Baby plays for the second straight half inning. That's DJ foul over there. You cannot do that. That's a party foul. Lydia's arguing with me down there. She's not being very nice to me today. Yes, you are a woman and you are supposed to argue. I agree with you 1,000%. My wife does it all the time.
All right, I'm moving on from that subject. Two things of note here. OHSAA is actually back out there for Stowe, so good to see her taking the field again. That was on her glove hand, not her throwing hand that she ultimately took that, but hopefully it does not affect her at all. Second thing, Chris, you mentioned that Julia Miller was waving off or nodding off that pitch that to ultimately sit down Huddleston. I'm assuming they were calling a rise ball for her, and what did she go back to? You want to talk about confidence? Went right back to that off-speed pitch that she had just missed on the pitch before. And
it was funny because I talked about how Huddleston's done such a great job of mixing up speeds, and Julia didn't have to. Well, Julia pulled that bag out of the bag of tricks and showed, I can slow it down in the 40s and 30s
My
too.
Goodness.
Yeah, impressive stuff. And now Jules will come to the plate. A big fly here from the big senior headed to Ohio State can end this one if she's able to get into one. 0-0 the score. The senior leader of this team steps to the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a single.
Miller calling time there.
She's got to be 1 for 2.
That would be, yes.
Yeah, 1 for 2 because I think she popped out.
Pop out in the second inning, and of course that laser beam shot in the fourth.
Right. So you have your base hits coming back to back here. Miller gets the off-speed backhand change from Huddleston.
Huddleston earning a little bit of a head nod from Miller on that one as she went, okay, turnabout, fair play, sat down Huddleston with the off-speed. What does she start the at-bat with?
Well, and I absolutely think that both of them will tip the cap to each other after this one. As Huddleston will rock and fire the 0-1 pitch. Miller in on the hands. She'll foul it back to the screen, 0-2. I mean, like I said, I can't emphasize enough how impressive Michaela Huddleston has been here this afternoon against a very good New Philadelphia Quaker lineup. A top 10 team in the state of Ohio in Division I, and she has shut them down.
Until
Miller blasts it up the middle into center field, and another single. You could hear the pop off of that one. Nothing but a hard hit single up the middle.
Impressive there for Miller, too. That was a low pitch, and it might have been cracking on the inside part of the plate just a little bit, but you see that that hand speed, I should say, for Miller, just able to put the meat of the bat right on there and drove that one a little bit farther that time into center.
Yeah, as Zoe DeVore will come back in and run with now the leadoff batter on for the Lady Quakers.
Something of note here, Chris, is anytime that there has been a base runner on for New Philadelphia, Huddleston has not dealt with one yet with no outs up on the board, so definitely going to have to be a little bit careful here, especially with the power of Ellie Mason.
Ellie Mason had a double earlier. A double could end it here this afternoon. Strike on the outside part of the plate. DeVore again doing a good job over at first base, kind of playing games with the catcher. Definitely love seeing that out of youngsters. The 0-1. Mason will bat it into the ground.
The one thing to that point, Chris, I know what you're going with that, but something also with a youngster and someone like DeVore, you definitely want them to understand, like, look, that's fine to try to get into the defense's head a little bit, but do not find yourself too far away from first base.
Do not make a mistake in a key moment. So Mason at the plate, the 0-2 pitch from Huddleston. Strike 3 from Huddleston. Blew it right by Ellie Mason. Mason's second straight out strikeout of the game. She is 1 for 3 now on the afternoon. Sid Vandal will come to the plate. We talked about her early on. She's worked her way into this lineup as the DP with some timely hitting. Boy, a timely hit here with 1 out would be nice. She's going to offer the bunt, and she's going to pull it back. DeVore is going to be in there for another stolen base. 2 steals for Zoe DeVore.
You know, that I will give a lot of credit there to Oros for that throw down again. Yeah. That one was even better than the first throw she had down there for DeVore, but just real quick motion on the base pass. Good reaction time. DeVore 2 for 2 on stolen bases.
DeVore is speedy, and Oros has the arm back there. Just that's tough when you have somebody that's just quick. Huddleston will have the first pitch fouled off by Vandal. Actually, second pitch, sorry. I forgot she offered the bunt on the steal. So 0-2 to Sid Vandal, 1 down, bottom of the 7th inning. No score. Zoe DeVore, the winning run at second base for the Lady Quakers for the sectional title.
You find a gap, it all but guarantees you the win.
I agree, as DeVore again playing games out there.
Trying to think of comparable, maybe legendary baseball players about the one who would always be the annoying one on the base paths, who would always try to make it.
Yep.
It's an important role to play.
And she scores this run, and it's going to be huge as a freshman. Huddleston will fire and strike 3, and DeVore going to be off, and she's going to be in there.
Wow.
What a slide by Zoe DeVore, and she's got 3 steals on the afternoon.
As low as you can possibly get on that slide, and no fear for DeVore. That could have ended the we would have had to go to extra innings there if she would have been thrown out. And you see head coach John Dubke talking to her. I don't think he's upset with her by any means, but that's just stealing third base. My goodness gracious, that's not easy.
That's heads up base running, Nick McWilliams, and now the tension tightens just a little bit. Huddleston will bring it to Jackson, and Jackson strike 1. So the lefty Olivia Jackson 0 for 2 on the evening. She sits 0-1 in the count, 2 down, no score, bottom of the 7th.
Coach Dubke telling Jackson there to calm down a bit as she had quite the rip on that one. He's saying you don't have to have that much contact to get the runner home.
Whew. Huddleston wanted that one. Oros painted it on the outside part of the plate, did not get the call. I think she's asking, where was that at? Maybe just a little outside.
It's when you hold that frame for just an extra second, just an extra beat.
1-1 pitch from Huddleston to Jackson, the freshman. And the freshman will foul it back behind the screen. Almost took out a motorcycle. It's going to hit Selesky's truck. See, you park all the way down there, you can still get hit.
So right, just hit the rim, don't worry.
Right. So Jackson now 1-2. At the plate, Huddleston in the circle. Huddleston gets the call from her catcher, Oros, the freshman. And they'll fire the 1-2 pitch to the lefty with 2 down. Bottom of the 7th, runner at third. Jackson will take it low, run the count even. 2-2. And trying to steal home and got her was DeVore. Wow.
Coach Dubke not very happy there as he looks down at DeVore. I'm going to assume a bit of a missed sign there, or misunderstanding between those, as DeVore slid in, was kind of limping off there, so hopefully everything okay with her.
Wow. What a gutsy call to steal a freshman from third base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and she just couldn't get under the tag. Great job by Kenzie Oros, Kenzie Oros to get the tag on that one, and I think I just penned your leg there, but we're going to keep it right here since I was flapping my jaws, and we're going to have extra bills to pay anyway. Nick, you're going to call the 8th inning. Take it away.
Can do that for you, as Coach Dubke talking to Zoe DeVore in the dugout there. As she, I don't think it was necessarily the slide with her leg. I think when she came down hard, maybe hit the back of her head a little bit, so came into the dugout there kind of flexing her neck around. So hopefully everything okay with the freshman for New Philadelphia, but regardless, we will go to the top of the 8th inning. No surprise, Chris Cale, Julia Miller back on the mound for the Quakers.
No, I'm not surprised. I don't know why I'm not, but I'm not.
It's only 17 strikeouts so far to this point, as for Stowe stepping back to the plate, the catcher, Kenzie Oros, who had that good reaction time, I guess you could say, however you want to say it, good repertoire between Huddleston, a good relationship between Huddleston and Oros there for that play at home. That DeVore trying to steal the game. Instead, we will have extra softball from Tuscarora Park as Oros steps to the plate, having struck out twice so far in this game, looking for an early base runner here in extra innings. As Miller will wind and fire well outside and high, out of the reach of Loveday, in fact. So 1-0 will be the count.
Really, really well played softball game this afternoon. I mean, just fundamentally sound. And even, we almost had a stolen home to win the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
I would have to say that would be a first for me. I've never actually seen that happen. So
this place would have erupted. They'd have tore the fences down.
The count goes to 1-1 as Oros offered on a bunt that time, but it was well above her head, but couldn't get the bat pulled back. No outs, top of the 8th. Mentioned Julia Miller working on 17 strikeouts so far in this one, and she'll offer one right down Broadway. 1-2 will be the count as Oros pulled the bat back on that one.
Oros, just a freshman. Again, doing a great job on the defensive side of the plate. A base hit would be key here.
The 1-2 offering. Miller gets it past her once again. 3rd strikeout for Oros, 18th strikeout for Julia Miller, and she will now face designated player Carly Winkler, who Winkler in this one has a strikeout and also a ground out that went back to Miller.
Yeah, Winkler coming up to the plate, the junior.
That time, Miller, as you saw, she tapped her chest and looked at her catcher and Loveday and said, "My bad on that one," as it looked like Winkler was going to offer on the bunt, but that time Miller a little low on her location. So 1-0 count. So I mentioned Winkler with that ground out on the, if I'm not mistaken, the bunt to Miller. Loveday catches it back off the screen, but unfortunately that doesn't count in softball.
That doesn't count. We're not playing volleyball.
1-1 count here. As I will say, Chris Cale looking around, I feel like the crowd has increased a little bit as this game has been getting a little bit more intense.
Yeah, there's a lot of people down that third base line and around the left field fence out there, so definitely a lot of people up here. It's been a really good softball game.
Miller's previous offering went high, so it's a 2-1 count. Hitters count to Winkler, who will round and offer at a bunt again, pulls the bat back, though, so now it's a 3-1 count. Miller has not walked a batter in this ball game and definitely does not want to put one on here in the extra innings. Winkler, the junior, trying to provide a base runner for Stowe in a very, very big spot. Miller sets and fires on the 3-1, runs it low again. First walk of the ball game is issued, and Stowe has the leading run on first.
Does have the hit batter.
Does have the hit batter, yes.
But not a walk.
So Lily Chambers, the left fielder for Stowe, back up at the plate. She had a strikeout. And then in the 6th, had a ground ball to the third baseman in Mason. Second baseman for New Philadelphia running in for that bunt. And Miller couldn't quite get the handle and offered it way too high over the reach of Loveday. And all of a sudden, it's an entirely different looking ball game as now a runner's in scoring position for Stowe as Winkler advances on the wild pitch.
Only one down. The screws beginning to tighten just a little bit. Freshman behind the plate.
So Miller looks down at her feet, takes a deep breath, rocks, and fires. Fouled back off the cage for Chambers. As you saw, Chambers after that one looked over to her dugout and almost kind of looked like, what in the world am I supposed to do to try to get this bunt down?
We need to tell the ladies they got to hurry up because the Penguins and the Celtics are coming on in 15 minutes.
Nobody watches those around here, Chris. Don't worry about that.
I do.
Well, you're just going to stay right here for a little while. You couldn't ask for a better game for a sectional championship, and you're worried about the Celtics and the Penguins. Are you kidding me, Chris? 1-1 is the count to the left fielder Chambers. Chambers, the sophomore. Huge spot for her. As that time, I guess that pitch was not quite in there as Chambers didn't appear to pull the bat back.
I mean, that absolutely I thought was a strike on the middle part of the plate, but nonetheless, I think it's going to be 3-1, isn't it?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1 will be the count there
Wow.
as Miller just missed her spot. Offers at the 2-1. Bunt right in front of the plate. Good play for her. Mason throws it to first base and will get the runner. 2 down, but the runner is in at third base in Winkler, and now stepping up to the plate, it's Aaliyah Tamachak, who has a single that she actually just dribbled right out in front. Well, actually right in front of Miller early on in the game, so huge spot for Tamachak, the freshman.
Yep, huge spot for a freshman. Runner on third, and the go-ahead run here in the top of the 8th.
So timeout here as Coach Dubke is going to have a meeting on the mound with all of his infielders with Miller.
And what do you think this is about, right? It's probably about, look, no pass balls here. We got to make sure we cover anything tricky. Anything. We don't need no steals against us stealing home, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more about pass balls. And you've got a freshman behind the plate, obviously, and that's going to be big on Reese Loveday, the freshman back there, to make sure she keeps anything and everything in front of her.
And not only that, I think that maybe Coach Dubke is probably telling her that, look, I know Tamachek had the single early on, but it was kind of one of those fluky plays, so to speak. On the other swings that she had on Miller, she was not even close with her timing. So maybe they're just telling her, look, I know the runner's there. I know a single wins them the game. Go right at her. I mean, when you get a pitcher like Miller, that should be your best solution, I would imagine.
No, I agree. I mean, mano here.
Yeah.
I'm not letting a freshman intimidate my senior. I'm telling my senior, you go up there and mow her down with 3, and we'll go to the bottom here.
So the ball game comes down to this. Runner on third for Stowe. Pitch number 1 to Tamachek is a strike on the upper part of the zone. Miller absolutely firing that one right past the freshman shortstop. Miller here could be potentially down to her last few pitches with New Philly as strike number 2. Tamachek not able to catch up with that one. Maybe that is exactly what Coach Dubke said.
What I tell you, go up there and mow her down with 3 straight, and let's go to the bottom.
Oh, she still needs 1. She still needs 1 pitch to do that. So we'll see what Miller decides to do on the mound. Rocks, fires, fastball again, and strike number 3. Tamachek is sat down, and New Philadelphia survives the offense for Stowe. On to the bottom of the 8th in extra innings here. We'll see if the Quakers can rally back in this one and capture the sectional crown. We're back after this.
Fair Chevrolet Buick Toyota is looking for good used cars. If you have a car you're not driving, or if you're looking to upgrade or do something newer, come see a Ferris wheel for a Ferris deal. Hi, this is Dan Hosteller at Ferris Chevrolet, and we're offering top dollar for good used cars. Even if you're not trading, we'll buy that used car and save you the hassle and wheeling and dealing. Unload that used car and put cash in your pocket for vacation, home repairs, or the kids' college fund. Call us at 330-343-7761 or stop by on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Back here to Tuscarora Park. Chris Kale always interacting with everybody.
Sorry, I was talking to Blue there a little bit. He said he's going to order some pizza and wings here if we get too much later.
I would appreciate some pizza and wings. That'd be pretty good. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here, Stowe takes the field on defense. New Philadelphia up at the plate again. It'll be starting for the number 5 spot, their third baseman, Ellie Mason. She had a double on probably the farthest hit ball in this ball game.
Yeah.
She absolutely uncorked one. Just fell
Jackson
in front
will be
of
back at the plate. Remember, because it was the steal, so Jackson's at bat was non-recorded.
Thank you. Yes, you were right. And actually, Ellie Mason's up at 5, so Jackson's at 7. I just saw the 1 and thought it was Ellie.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So, my mistake. Olivia Jackson back up at the plate.
Yep, Jackson back at the plate. Her at bat wiped away because of the caught stealing.
So Huddleston back on the mound, no surprise for Stowe. And what a rip for Jackson in between the shortstop and third baseman. It's past the left fielder. Jackson thought about digging for 2, but will hold up. And Coach John Dubke was like, man, oh man, I would have loved that.
Yeah. Look, I'm not going to question anybody, but then again, when you see that, you go, Why did she steal?
After seeing
Yes, after seeing that.
Well,
my goodness. And then Chambers had a little problem down there with it in the corner, but nonetheless.
It's a coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I know. I like the aggressiveness, right? I mean, it
also
I like
looks
being aggressive.
Like Dubke will be bringing in a pinch runner here, as Jackson will trot over to.
Nice hit by Jackson, just belted that first pitch.
And Zoe DeVore back out there for the pinch running again. So good to see DeVore trotting back out there after that hard slide at home.
She's got 3 steals already on the afternoon.
4.
She's 3 for 4. And the winning run standing down there.
I couldn't tell you the last softball game I've been to where a player had at least attempted 4 steals.
Well, let's see. If she gets second, that'll be 4. She gets third, that'll be 5. My goodness, what's the high school record for stolen bases in a softball game?
I'm sure it's a lot.
Yeah,
so
who knows?
Ella Yoder, the center fielder for New Philadelphia in. She'll bunt a beautiful one to the third baseman, and what a play over there.
Wow.
DeVore kind of thought about rounding and going for 3 again, but she got back that time.
Mansfield, another nice play. She had that ball almost before it even hit the ground the first time on the bunt, but a nice sacrifice bunt there by Ellie Mason.
Aubrey Mansfield has a lot of speed over from the hot corner busting in, so Peyton Murphy back up to the plate, the second baseman for the Quakers. In the 6th inning, she capitalized with a single right up the gut. Definitely would like to try to do that one again. DeVore on second. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th inning as Huddleston will step back off the mound there, took a deep breath and got a different call from her dugout. She'll rock and fire, and it ran low, and Murphy was able to hold back. A little off speed starting off for Huddleston. We saw her do that a couple times, but not very often. As we have an appeal down to the other umpire there. I was wondering why we were waiting there, but no swing.
Yep.
Murphy definitely keeping that bat back.
1 out.
1-0 count here. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Huddleston offers, goes low again. You saw a little frustration there from Oro, so she tried to keep that ball in the zone, but it was just tailing off at the end and ran low.
DeVore again wreaking havoc out there at second base, trying to keep that second
really
baseman in.
that.
I do. I mean, it keeps your shortstop and your second baseman busy, the catcher as well.
So the 2-0 count to Murphy. Goes on the inside part of the plate. There goes DeVore for third. She'll slide in, and it's in time.
Oh, I don't know.
Zoe DeVore is nailed at third base. What a throw down by Oros. As Coach Dubke shakes his head, and not sure if we had a miscommunication again, but maybe he was hoping she left a little bit earlier. But regardless, Zoe DeVore nailed at third base.
What a throw by Oros, though. I mean, in the nice tag by the senior Mansfield. Very nice play. I thought I was close. You're saying no way, not a chance.
Oros put that one on the money right by in front of the base. Has foul back for Murphy. Almost hit the moving car.
Hit the car on Wabash.
So for what I was trying to say there, Chris, for Oros and that throw down to Mansfield, Mansfield almost didn't have to move her glove to put it in front of the feet of DeVore.
Absolute perfect throw by Oros.
2-2 count. 2 outs now, bottom of the 8th. Murphy trying to keep the inning alive, and she's fooled again by an off-speed pitch. Another strikeout for Huddleston, as she now is up to 10 for the ball game. On to the top of the 9th inning. More extra softball here from Tuscarora Park. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Ride the scenic roads to Adventure Harley in Dover and you'll find horsepower of a different kind in Amish country. We have the newest and largest selection of Harley apparel, riding gear, parts, accessories, and a showroom of new and used Harleys ready for you to ride. While you're in, introduce yourself to Jason and the team of the best in-class techs. They're honest guys who know you want the wind in your face to be from the open road and not an air-conditioned cage. Adventure Harley in Dover near Sugar Creek. Experience the difference.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. Chris Gale, Nick McWilliams here with you in Big Z Sports. And what a softball game this has turned out to be as we move to the top of the 9th inning, no score. And Huddleston has 10 strikeouts. Julia Miller with 18. What a pitcher's duel between these two.
It has been an incredible pitcher's duel, and I do have to say, Chris, from that last inning with that steal from Zoe DeVore, I mean, I do have to question if that was what head coach John Dubke did dial up there. I mean, I understand you want to keep those base runners moving, and moving them up to the next base would be a big asset there, but still in scoring position. All it takes is a hit to the outfield.
I mean, I'm not going to ding him for that because he's being aggressive. You know what I mean? And that was a delayed steal. And, it was going to take, with her speed, it's going to take a perfect throw. And Oros made a perfect throw to Mansfield's glove, who you said didn't even move it. And yes, agreed 100% is the 0-1 from Julia Miller.
Good bunt again.
Yeah, nice bunt there. And that was Mansfield. Now 0 for 3 on the evening.
Good job by Julia Miller
next
there.
Day, according to Lydia Brady.
Julia Miller not panicking there at all, knowing that she had plenty of time, got off the mound there, and just on the outskirts of the circle and plenty of time and delivered it on. Yeah, Mansfield, that's the first time she has not struck out. So, I mean, putting the ball in play, that's something that Stowe, that's been a problem for them, is just getting the ball into play half the time.
As the strike to Marissa Romano, not Alyssa Milano.
Romano pretty displeased there with that first strike as she turned around and looked at the umpire like, "Are you sure, sir?"
The 0-1 from Miller is fouled back to...
Got
it! Money ball right there from Romano.
Somebody
to
go
the
give her
car on Wabash.
Somebody go give her that ball.
That was a money ball. Now let's see if she can do that, put it in play here.
You can submit your insurance claims to...
yeah, right. The Tuscarawas Insurance Agency.
There you go.
The 0-2 from Miller is grounded to the shortstop, fired, and they called her safe.
Great hustle by Romano.
Madison Wright got the ball on the slow roll and fired to first base, and Jackson made the nice stretch, but unable to get it done, and Romano moves to 1 for 4 in the afternoon, rather.
Big base runner out there, of course. Base runner to take the lead on first with Natalie Kopczak up there, and she'll foul it straight back.
Kopczak 0 for 3 on the afternoon, 3 strikeouts. Head coach Kyla Gepfert doing a great job here with her squad in tough conditions.
Hear a little bit of encouragement there from the Quakers to their catcher and Reese Loveday, basically telling her, don't worry about that runners, because every time she's stepping out in front of the plate, Romano basically retreats almost immediately. So just telling Reese Loveday to just keep doing what she's doing. Don't worry about that throw.
Well, and that's the whole case of what we said that DeVore was doing before. Now Romano doing the same thing back to Reese Loveday that, that DeVore was trying to do to Orzos, right? Just wreak havoc, cause problems. I mean, that's what you want to do, right? It's controlled chaos at first base. That's what it should be. And strike 3.
Throw down.
Almost to strike him out, throw him out.
Okay, I'm going to
as Kopczak goes down, she's got 4 strikeouts on the afternoon.
I was trying to tell them that they were telling Loveday, hey, don't worry about it, she's not going in. Loveday snaps a throw down there anyway.
19 strikeouts for number 13 on the hill.
So we'll see if Oshel back into the game after taking that hit by pitch last time up. We'll see if she's in close to the plate.
And she did what she has done the previous 3 at-bats, and that is swing away up there. A nice cut by Oshel, who is 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch back in the 7th. Or was that the 6th? 7th. The 0-1 from Miller is fouled back to Wabash. Almost catching the parked car. Actually hit the telephone pole over there. Bet she can't do that again.
I feel like it's just my duty to yell heads up even though everyone sees where the ball's going.
Well, and when you do that, you're yelling over the live stream. But.
Oh, yeah. But somebody in their car driving down Wabash right now.
I know. I'm just, it has a busted windshield. The 0-2 from Miller is strike 3, 20. Put 20 on the board for Jules. as we move to the bottom of the ninth. No score. Quakers coming to the plate. You're out of.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to Tuscarora Park. This Division I, Region I, Massillon District Sectional title game has reached the bottom of the ninth inning. No, it's not baseball. It's softball. And Nick McWilliams' outstanding pitching duel. Julia Miller with 20 strikeouts, and Michaela Huddleston has 10. Defenses have done some nice work. Coaches have been aggressive at times. Just haven't been able to get a run across.
Yeah, it's just been one of those things where you're going to see that whenever you have 2 very stout pitchers out there on the mound. You know, it was what I said in pregame, Chris. We know that Miller's going to be able to bring it, but whenever this happens, you're going up against a pitcher of the quality of the junior in Huddleston. How can you manufacture runs? How can you figure it out? So far, Lady Quakers, had some of those attempts with those stolen bases. 3 worked for Zoe DeVore, 2 did not ultimately. So we're going to see if they have to change anything up here, but what a great possible time here in this final frame potentially as you do get to your top of your order.
Well, exact. I was just going to say the same thing. See, me and you have worked together for too long already. Madison Wright, top of the order. She's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. She steps to the plate, and this is what you want if you're the Quakers moving back to the top of the order here against Huddleston.
Right so far in this game, 2 groundouts to third and the sacrifice.
And she's going to get a base hit up the right side.
Watch the throw from right.
Nope, not going to get there. Nice job by the right fielder. She is the flex. That's Marouche.
I think first time we've called her name so far. First hit to go over there.
Well, other than the foul ball, remember?
Oh, yep, you did.
But nonetheless, a base hit to lead things off for Madison Wright.
You're going to go ahead and assume Soweski here stepping up is probably looking for the sacrifice?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna guess. I'm going to do what they did with Ellie Jackson in the top of the inning, right? I'm going to let her swing away here if it's me, but I don't get to pay the big bucks to, to make that call. I'm letting Skeeter swing away here. And they will bunt her. She doesn't get it down, but does get strike number 1 called on her. So the 0-1 to Sarah Soweski, the sophomore, 0 for 3 on the afternoon.
She pulled the bat back there. I think she thought that pitch was well low in the dirt. As Coach Dubke actually asking Blue the same kind of thing there. Kind of the way that angle of that pitch, the way it dropped in there, difficult to tell.
So the 0-1 pitch from Huddleston. Soweski offers, pulls it back. We'll take ball 1. So the 1-1 to Soweski. Off-speed pitch. Just missed was Huddleston.
So one thing of note here for Soweski with the potentially offering with the bunt. We know we've seen her do that a couple times this year, but it almost seems like it's forcing Huddleston to actually throw it just a little bit farther away. Maybe there's some thought process with that.
Absolutely. I mean, again, that's why I say I don't get paid the big bucks to make those calls. That's what Coach Dubke gets paid for. The 2-1 from Huddleston. Soweski gets it down to beauty, just spins on its top, and she's going to throw it away. Here comes Madison Wright into third. They're going to send her. Maddie Wright rounds, and the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers will move on. On the sacrifice bunt from Sarah Soweski, Madison Wright scores the game-winning run, and the Lady Quakers win 1-0. In the ninth inning, they will advance to take on either Boardman or Lake on Monday. What a softball game.
The unfortunate thing there for the Stow Bulldogs, Chris Cale, is we said how good of a game they had played, but we said it could come down to just one mistake, and unfortunately that is the way it ends, as Soweski does get the good bunt. Hurried throw, though, however, for the third baseman in Mansfield, who had played such a perfect game prior to that. It's heartbreaking for Stowe, but for New Philadelphia, shows that grit and grind I said the Quakers were going to have to pick up this sectional championship.
And they did. And what a game. And again, like we said, it just stinks to have somebody lose this softball game, because Michaela Huddleston really pitched a great game. Coach Gepfert, really a hard-fought battle coming all the way down from Stow-Munroe Falls, and to lose in the first round, to go all the way to 9 innings. She's got to be proud of her young team, but just gutted for the 2 seniors on that team. And, of course, those 2 senior starters, I should say, Aubrey Mansfield and Marissa Romano. Also seniors Sam Mazzaros and Courtney Mihalis. So 4 seniors total, and just got to be gutted for that. But Adam Sawecki, a proud dad walking across the plate.
He is, but also I think he's laughing because I think head coach John Dubke might have just hurt himself celebrating.
Well, that'd be okay. That was funny.
Excited. I think he might have hurt himself celebrating.
At least Adam didn't hurt himself, because I don't think Jared wants to pay workman's comp on that. But nonetheless, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will name our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, and we'll hopefully catch up with her in just a few minutes.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting hartzlers.com.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uhrichsville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
Fair Chevrolet Buick Toyota is looking for good used cars. If you have a car you're not driving, or if you're looking to upgrade or do something newer, come see a Ferris wheel for a Ferris deal. Hi, this is Dan Hosteller at Fair Chevrolet, and we're offering top dollar for good used cars. Even if you're not trading, we'll buy that used car and save you the hassle and wheeling and dealing. Unload that used car and put cash in your pocket for vacation, home repairs, or the kids' college fund. Call us at 330-343-7761 or stop by on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Ride the scenic roads to Adventure Harley in Dover and you'll find horsepower of a different kind in Amish country. We have the newest and largest selection of Harley apparel, riding gear, parts, accessories, and a showroom of new and used Harleys ready for you to ride. While you're in, introduce yourself to Jason and the team of the best in-class techs. They're honest guys who know you want the wind in your face to be from the open road and not an air-conditioned cage. Adventure Harley in Dover near Sugar Creek. Experience the difference.
Tonight. That had to have been fun. Nerve-wracking, but fun to play a really good Stow-Munroe Falls team.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. It was nerve-wracking. Not scoring until, the ninth inning, that's a lot of pressure on a pitcher. And I can guarantee that, the Stow pitcher felt that as well because she was in the same exact position that I was in.
Yeah, she had 10 strikeouts on the evening. You had 20. It was exactly what kind of we thought it was going to be coming in, a pitcher's duel. Between you and her, it was going to be who could get that run across, who was going to make a mistake. You had Zoe trying to steal home to end it in regulation. That was awesome. That would have been something that I've never seen before, you know, like live in person.
Right.
Just talk about her play on the base pass, with her fielding coming in and running for you. She does a great job of keeping catchers and the second baseman, shortstop kind of on their toes.
Yeah, Zoe is very, very quick. She is only a freshman, so she is a little bit inexperienced. She has a lot to learn at the varsity level, and just like any other freshman, that's just how it goes. But I think Zoe keeps working and gets a little bit smarter and a little more softball IQ. She's going to be great because she has the talent, she has the speed. So I like her running for me, honestly.
Absolutely, and just talk about the Obviously, the game winner here, Sarah gets the sacrifice bunt down. They make the one mistake that they couldn't make and overthrew it. And, Maddie comes around and scores. Just talk about your feelings when that happened, like relief, like, oh.
I was excited, but I was also a little nervous because their third baseman was a stud all night. She was insane. She was very, very good, and we knew that going in. We knew that she was going to be one of their better players. So when she fielded that ball, I was like, oh, crap. But, with Reese and I coming up, I really wasn't that worried. But when I saw that overthrow, I was outside the dugout, waving my arms around, screaming, telling Maddie to get home. So I was definitely excited.
Well, we could see the emotion out of you on the mound. When I called your game earlier in the year over at Dover, you had a perfect game over there against your rival. But I felt like you still hadn't played your best game, and you are progressively just getting stronger as the season goes on. You were a different pitcher than what I saw a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Dude, you were bringing it tonight. And I talked about her off-speed stuff is different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She slows way down when she throws off speed. You don't slow way down. It's just a difference in that eyesight that changes it for batters. Just talk about that and why you don't have to throw 30 mile an hour to get to throw an off-speed pitch.
Right. I personally really like my changeup because even if I don't throw it as a strike, it's like you said, it changes the perspective. It's something slower. It's something that's not up. Like my rise ball that I throw almost every other pitch. It's something.
Don't say that for the next team.
It's okay. It's something that they don't see. They don't see that lower, slower pitch. So I really personally like it, and we throw it a lot. If there's a girl who's battling, fouling pitches off, it really comes in handy. And even like I said, it's really good to just change the eyesight and the speed.
Right. So tell me this. Did Reese give you the rise ball on that one and you kept shaking it off? You wanted the change?
Oh yeah, that was Coach Dubke.
No, Dubke.
That was Coach Dubke.
And you shake them off.
I sure did.
Okay. And you threw the change, and what happened?
Strikeout
number 20, right?
I trust myself and he trusts me.
Absolutely.
He does a great job calling my games, but I know myself better than he knows me because I've known myself for 18 years, and he's only known me for less than one. So, he trusts me that I know, what I want to do and what I want to throw. He has complete trust in me, which I like out of a coach.
Absolutely, and your teammates do as well. Congratulations on a big win tonight. Boardman on Monday. I won't be there. Hopefully you win, and I get to see you on Wednesday.
All right.
Congratulations, Jules.
Thank
Our
you.
McInturf Realty player of the game, Julia Miller, 20 strikeouts, 2 for 3 at the plate. Great job, kiddo.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to welcome back in Nick McWilliams. You can go ahead and take that off, kiddo. As the Lady Quakers get the 1-0 win tonight in extra innings, all the way down to 9 innings. And, Nick, we were talking about, the pitcher on the other side, Michaela Huddleston, just did an impressive job. 10 strikeouts. Coach Gepfert did a great job. And Julia said, look, we knew this was going to be a battle coming in because of how good this pitcher is and how good their third baseman is. Murphy was electric on the hot corner as well.
Oh, she absolutely was. And, looking at for Huddleston, you mentioned the 10 strikeouts. She scattered 6 hits. The only frame where she allowed more than one hit. Actually, she didn't allow more than one hit in an inning, so she scattered those across the 10 strikeouts. She had command. She was the one who was basically keeping control of this game for Stowe, but it was something that we had mentioned throughout the entire broadcast. It was going to come down to one mistake, and it was unfortunate because we know the kind of game that Mansfield had over at third base.
Yep.
She had a phenomenal game, just one unfortunate throw. But on the other side of things for Julia Miller, how I have it scored, I'm not a professional scorekeeper by any means, allowing just 2 hits, striking out 20 batters, just having command all over the place. Without her in this game, New Philadelphia does not win. I know that there are other good individual performances, and obviously softball is a team game, but for the Quakers, it was about Julia Miller once again tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And then, of course, when you look at Madison Wright, she got on base. Sarah Saweski laid down the sacrifice bunt. That was the difference in this one, being the scoring. As the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers wrap it up 1-0. Your final thoughts?
Well, for New Philadelphia, it was something that we had kind of mentioned in pregame. I said we know what Julia Miller is going to bring. What can the Philly offense do to supplement that and ensure that they are going to be okay and they're going to capture this sectional crown. Ultimately, that did come true, but moving forward for New Philadelphia, especially when they take on Boardman coming up next, they are going to have to find a way to be just a little bit better with run production. Now, obviously, there's not a whole bunch of pitchers like that they're going to be facing. Right. You know, this was a battle of two of the best you're going to find, at least in this immediate area, and of course in the sectional. So for New Philadelphia, just take a deep breath, work a little bit maybe on your run production, and you're still going to have a pretty good run because, once again, you're still going to have Miller on the mound.
I agree with you, man. Always a pleasure calling games with you. Love working with you. Of course, thank you to everybody who joined us tonight, whether you were listening on the audio live stream or the video live stream right here. We appreciate it. Of course, the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers improved to 19-4 on the season. They'll take on the number 14 seed Boardman coming up on Monday night. I'm sure we'll be there. I won't. You might. I don't know who will be there, but somebody will for Big Z Sports and Clax Communications. They beat Lake 3-0 tonight. Of course, they beat Stow-Munroe Falls tonight by a score of 1-0 in 9 innings, did the Lady Quakers. Tonight's McInturf Realty Player of the Game, Julia Miller, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 20 strikeouts, and 1 walk in 9 innings on the hill. Our next broadcast tomorrow night, Indian Valley Braves, they travel up to the baseball diamond and take on the Dover Tornadoes. I believe that it is Joe Geckler and Shannon Thomas that will have that call. The Wood Electric pregame show at 4:45, first pitch at 5 o'clock from Dover City Park. For the great folks at Claxon Communications, of course, Lydia over there, who's been mean to me all night. Greg Perkins doing a great job on the cameras. And, of course, Nick McWilliams. I'm Chris Gale saying so long from Tuscarora Park. This has been a presentation of Big Z Sports in 99.9 WTUZ Radio.
Thanks for listening to tonight's presentation of Big Z Sports and Claxon Communication High School play-by-play action. Be sure to subscribe to Big Z Sports on YouTube, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.